So a warm welcome to everyone for session 5 of this year's Swim England Hertfordshire County Championships. We've got a few things to get through today. We're going to start with the 200 metres butterfly, and that's going to be swum in 6 heats. Then we've got the men's 100 metres freestyle, and just running down the heat sheets to see how many we got of that. We've got 7 heats of the men's 100 freestyle, so quite a lot to get through. Then we've got the female 100 metres breaststroke, and the female 100 metre breaststroke is going to be and just to make life interesting, they've given me the sheet for this afternoon. Session 4. So I'll start with the men's open 100 metres butterfly. They're going to be 9 heats. Female 100 metres backstroke. Going to be 17 heats of that. Then we've got the male and open 200 metres backstroke. We've got 9 heats of that. Then event 304 is the female 100 metres individual medley. And there's a lot of that. There's 19 heats of the individual medley to get through.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please be upstanding for the national anthem? And commentator for this session is Mr. Peter Bays.
So, having had a great start, being in the wrong session, I am here in session 4, and we're going to be starting today with event 301, which is the male and open 100 metres butterfly, going to be swum in 9 heats. And this is heat number 1. Can we have quiet for the start, please? So 4 lengths to the pool in lane 2. We've got Oliver Burrows, who's 10 from Hatfield. Lane 3 is Dewey Redhorse, who's 11 from Berkhamsted. Lane 4, Cody Bridget, who's 11 from Watford. Lane 5 is Tom Gilbert, who's 12 from Watford. Lane 6 is Charlie Robinson, who's 11 from Tring. And lane 7 is Louis Crotty, who is 11 from Royston. Can we have all of the swimmers for the 100 fly, please? Boys, 100 fly, please, to the marshing area now. Boys, 100 fly to the marshing area now, please. Dewey turning first at 42 seconds, and 43 for Cody, 44 for Tom in lane 5, and then 45 for Charlie Robinson in lane 6. And then 52 for Louis Crotty in lane 7. as they hit the final turn. It's a race between Oliver Burrows and Dewey Fidos. Dewey Fidos and Cody Bridgen. Oliver's not there, of course. And at the moment, it's just in the lead. In lane 4, Cody from Dewey. Dewey coming back on him a bit, coming into the last 5 metres. Dewey is catching him. It's into the last 3 metres. Going to be very, very close. Who's on the right stroke? And as they touch first, 1:34 the winning time there for Cody Bridgen. Dewey Fidos second to touch in 1:34.51. And third to touch there, 1:38 is Tom Gilbert. Last few strokes over in lane 7. Louis Crossy from Royston to 1:51. Just a bit outside that. Comes in, touches 1:57. 1:56 for Charlie Robinson. We're waiting to see the final confirmed result. And this is heat 2 of the Mellon Open, 100 metres butterfly. Line up in heat 2 is Max Hart, who's 11 from Verulam. Lane 2 is Hugo Hartley, who is 12 from Watford. Lane 3, George Sims, who's 11 from Hertford. Lane 4, Sam Farry, who's 13 from Hatfield. Lane 5, Aaron Fawnsley, who's 12 from Harpenden. Lane 6, Charles Hallam, who's 11 from Harpenden. Lane 7, Leo Sims, who's 11 from Hertford. And then Watford's Cameron Davis is in lane 8, and Cameron is 12. At the moment, it's pretty close between lanes 2 and 6, both turning pretty much together at 38.5. 39.5 behind those for Aaron, but Hugo and Charles it is at the moment, battling it out, but Charles now just going to the lead in lane 6. And now coming through in lane 5 is Aaron Fawnsley from Harpenden. Coming up to the final turn. Turning at 60 seconds in lane the lead is Charles Hallam. Now behind him is Aaron Rawsey in lane 5, and still going well in lane 2, Hugo Hartley. These three just a little bit clear of the rest. Coming into the last 5 metres. Charles Hallam entered at 1:32, goes 1:23.8. Second to touch there was Aaron Rawsey at 1:25.47, and third Hugo Hartley 1:29.11. Leo Sims touching 1:32, Max Hart 1:33, Sam Farry 1:34, George Sims 1:36, and Cameron Davis 1:36. This is heat 3 of the Mellon Open, 100 metres butterfly. In lane 1 we've got James Winter, who's 12 from Stevenage. Lane 2 is Hugo Koinagi, who's 12 from Costa. Lane 3, Rex Tramontano Wells, who's 13 from Hertford. And lane 4, James Hallam, who's 14 from Harpenden. Lane 5, Jake Nell, who's 11 from Tring. He's the youngest in this heat. Lane 6 is Hardy Shipton, who's 12 from Hatfield. Lane 7, Hugo Randall, who's 13 from Costa. And lane 8 is Rafe Lawson, who's 12 from Berkhamsted. Fastest time entered here in lane 4, 1:19. He turns first, 1:36. James Hallam in the lead. And looking very good at the moment. Behind him at the halfway turn at 38-39 seconds was Jake Nell in lane 5 and Hugo Koinagi in lane 2. But coming up to the final turn, turning at 57 seconds. In the lead, James Hallam, being chased at the moment, very close behind him. We've got Jake Nell in lane 5 and Hugo in lane 2. These two are really close together. But in the lead, James Hallam from Harpenden entered at 1:19. This sees time. Going to be inside that, I think, 1:18.74. Second to touch is Rex in lane 2 at 1:21. And then third, Jake in 1:23. Have a notice of disqualification, event 301, heat 1, lane 7. Event here 301, heat 1, lane 7, disqualified for a technical infraction. And this is heat 4 of the Male and Open, 100 metres butterfly. Joseph Bagshaw in lane 1 is 14 from Stevenage. Senior swimmer Mark Evans is in lane 2 from Hitchin. Lane 3 is William Ward, who's 15 from Hoddesdon. Lane 4, Oliver Brandwood, who's 15 from Berkhamsted. Lane 5, Sebastian Abadchek, who is 15 from Potters Bar. Lane 6, Jesse Howard, who's 14 from Hoddesdon. Lane 7, Montgomery Brewster, who is 12 from Watford. Another 12-year-old, Noah Conroy, is in lane 8 from Bishop Stortford. First to turn there, 31 seconds for William Ward from Hoddesdon in lane 3. He's being chased down at the moment by Sebastian in lane 5 from Potters Bar. These two are clear at the moment of Oliver Brandwood, turning at 51 seconds. The leader. And it's William Ward in the lead. Entered at 1:15, he's going to take this. Great battle behind him between Sebastian and Jesse. William Ward touches first at a time of 1:10.53. Very close behind. Second to touch Oliver Brandwood in 1:14.18. And Jesse at Sebastian at 1:16.23. Just ahead of Jesse Howard, 1:16.36. This is heat 5 of the Male and Open 100 metres butterfly. Lineup heat 5, Elliot Hall in lane 1 is 14 from Bishop Stortford. Lane 2 is Jai Kai Cheng, who's 13 from Costa. Lane 3 is Chuk Kin Lau, who's 14 from St Albans. Lane 4, Max Leinster, who's 15 from Potters Bar. Lane 5 is Rufus Kelly, who's 14 from Hatfield. Lane 6, Jacob Chen, who's 13 from Watford. Lane 7, Mikhail Zaranoff, who's 14 from Hitchin. And Noah Morley in lane 8 is 15 from Verulam. 32 seconds for the leader. In lane 4, fastest entrant, Max Leinster from Potters Bar. Turns at 51 seconds, so about half a second clear of the previous heat, but it's not much between Max and Hatfield's Rufus Kelly. Close behind those though, I think it's Jacob in lane 6 who's in third at the moment, but coming up to touch, let's look at the winning time. Touching first, time of 1:10.20 for Max Leinster. Rufus in lane, touched in second in lane 5, 1:11, and Jacob Chen 1:13.91, touching in third. Can we have the 100 backstroke swimmers, please, to the marshalling area, please? 100 backstrokers to the marshalling area, please. Heat 6 of the Malin Open, 100 metres butterfly. Toby Gradwell is in lane 1, he's 15 from Hertford, lane 2. Ramsey Gill, 15 from Costa, lane 3. James Monks, who's 18 from Trim, lane 4. Luke Morley, 17 from Hitchin, fastest entered, the 1:8.2. Lane 5 is Aitken Toe, who's 18 from Ware. Lane 6 is Bo Riley, who's 16 from Bishop Stortford. 7, Joshua Chaik, who's 15 from Tring. And finally, William Harrison, lane 8, is 15 from Watford. 30 seconds now. Just in the lead is Bo Riley from Aitken Toe. But very close behind them as well. Turning at under 50 seconds now, so getting a lot quicker. And the battle here between lanes 4 and 5. We've got Luke in lane 4, Aitken in lane 5. Over in lane 6 in third place, Bo Riley. But coming into the last few strokes, it's going to be very close indeed as they come to touch. Just getting there, 67.73. First to touch there was Aitken Toe, 67.76. 300ths behind was Luke Morley, right down to the last two strokes. And third to touch in 68.93 was Bo Riley. What a close race, came down to the last two strokes. This is heat 7 of the Malin Open 100 metres butterfly. Heat 7 is Oscar Chaplin in lane 1. He's 16 from Costa, lane 2. Lucas Hartley, 17 from Outfield, lane 3. Hugo Robetchik-Smith, who's 16 from Costa, lane 4. Jack Bernard, who is 19 from Watford, lane 7. 5 is Kaylin Bosniak, who's 16 from Watford, lane 6. Dylan Davenport, 15 from Bishop Stortford, lane 7. Andrew McDonald, who's 30 from Stevenage, a senior swimmer. Maxim Astapov in lane 8 is 18 from Hoddesdon. 27 now, 27.8. First to turn there was Jack Barnard. 28.9 is the next to turn behind him. Got 4 swimmers in a row behind him, but turning first now, time of 44 seconds. It's Jack Barnard in the lead. Very close behind him. We've got Lucas in 2, Hugo in 3, Kaylin in 5, and Dylan in 6. But coming into the last couple of strokes, let's look at Jack's time. Touching first, 60.61. Couldn't quite get under 60 seconds. Second to touch there is Hugo at 62.03. And third, Lucas Hartley just getting there, 62.49. If anyone has won medals yesterday, can you please make sure you go and collect them from the medals table today? We've got a number of medals outstanding for collection from yesterday. So could you collect your medals, please, from yesterday from the medals table? This is heat 8 of the Malin Open, 100 metres and butterfly. Nate Odger in lane 1 is 17 from Hartford. Lane 2 is Charlie Stanbury, who's 19 from Potters Bar. No swimmer in 3. Lane 4 is Jack Lloyd, who is senior swimmer from Bishop Stortford. Fastest entrant of 58 seconds. These last 3 heats are spearheaded, so there's a mixture of swimmers across all 3. Billy Sill is in lane 5. He's 16 from Ware. Lane 6, Daniel Williams, 16 from Outfield. 7, Reece Miles, 18 from Hoddesdon, lane 8. Kabir Patel, who's 15 from Potters Bar. 27.5 for Jake, 29s for 5, 6 and 2, which is Billy in 5, Daniel in 6 and Charlie in 2. Turning now 43 seconds, the leader. The chasing pack at about 46, 47. Into the last 10 metres for the leader. Jake Lloyd, easy here, 58-second swimmer. He's easing up a little bit there, 59.15. Very, very close behind him. 3 swimmers all touching together. And second to touch there is Daniel Williams, 63.1. Billy Seal was third, 63.32. And Charlie Stanbury, fourth in 63.62. So again, a reminder, if you won medals yesterday and you haven't collected them, can you please go and get them? Heat 9, the final heat of the men's and open 100 metres butterfly. Samuel Howard in lane 1 is 17 from Hoddesdon. His teammate Max Hosier in lane 2 is 15, lane 3. Joshua Ellis is 18 from Hatfield, lane 4. Matthew Aldred, who's 19 from Watford, lane 5. Toby Martin, 17 from Arbindon, lane 6. Thomas Lydiard, 18 from Ware, lane 7. Alfie Bullock, who's 16 from Cheshunt, and lane 8 is another 16-year-old Watford, Samuel Trigwell. Fastest entrant is 54 second, Matthew in 4. Toby's also gone under 60 in lane 5. But in the middle of those two at the moment is Thomas Lydiard from Wales, split at 28. The leader at 27 seconds. Remember, there are finals for these. Coming up to the final turn, turning at 43 seconds or thereabouts. In the lead, Thomas. But behind him, it's pretty close. So Thomas Lydiard it is who's in second there along with Toby Martin. But touching first, 58.38. Matthew Aldred takes it. Toby Martin taking second at 60.95, just outside that 60-second mark. Thomas Lydiard in third, 61.56. So that completes the men's and open 100 metres butterfly. The next event is event 302, the female 100 metres backstroke. And this is going to be swum in 17 heats. And this is heat 1 with swimmers in lanes 3, 4 and 5. So 3 swimmers in this first heat. Sky Randall in lane 3 is 10 years old from Watford. Lane 4 is Laura Shears, who's 11 from Rickmansworth. And lane 5 is Imogen Stowe-Hazel, who is 11 from Harpenden. All similar entry times around the 1:37, 1:38 mark. Leading the way at the moment, the middle of the 3, Lara, entered at 1:37. One 10-year-old here in this heat is in lane 3. The other two, don't forget, about 11. So coming up to the halfway turn. Turning at 42.8 for Lara. Next two turning pretty close together actually, 47 and then 48 for Sky and Imogen in that order. Coming down to the final turn. And turning about 66. The other two turning absolutely together at about 1:12, 1:13. Really nothing between the chasing pair, but in the lead, Lara. Entry time of 1:37.6. She's going to be well inside this. Keep going right to the end. And she touches in 1:31.56. That's a good time. Very, very, very close behind. Who's going to get the touch? 1:37.7. Second to touch was Imogen, and Sky 1:38.5. Right behind her, very, very close. Well done, swimmers. Can you clear to the side, please, swimmers? Can you make your way out of the pool, please? This is heat 2 of the female 100 metres backstroke. Seven swimmers in the second heat. So you've got Gemma Terrell, who's in lane 1, 11 from Rickmansworth. And we've got one 10-year-old amongst them. All the rest are 11. In lane 2, 10-year-old is Layla Harley, who's from Watford. Lane 3 is Mariella Thorne, who's from Ware. Lane 4 is Lauren Sander, who's from Rickmansworth. Lane 5, Emily Besson, who's from Berkhamsted. Lane 6, Amelie Desmullers, who's from Verulam. And lane 7 is Hayley Storrow, who's from Watford. Lauren in the lead from Rickmansworth, entered at 1:35. Got all the rest you can see are in a line. Lauren turning first at 42. Everyone else at 44. A couple of 45s, and Gemma in lane 1 and Hayley in lane 7. That's the halfway split. But still pushing on in the lead, Lauren Sandler. So remember, she entered at 1:35. She looks like she's going to take this. Very, very close behind. We've got Layla in 2, Mariella in 3, Emily in 5, and Amelie in 6. Now coming through, well in lane 2 is Layla Harley. She's trying to push on hard, but it's very tight on the, also over lane 5 and 6, Emily and Amelie. But Lauren it is who's going to touch first. Let's see her time. 1:29.44. That's under 1:30. And second to touch there, Amelie at 1:31, and third, Emily in at 1:32.21. Clear the pool, please. Clear the pool, please. Heat 3 of the female 100 metres backstroke. So just the 7 swimmers on the blocks. We got lane 1 is Sakura Yamada Orr, who's 11 from Costa. Lane 2 is Cora Butterworth, who's 12 from Tring. Lane 3, Olivia Daniel, who's 11 from Verulam. Lane 4 is Chloe Barber, who's 12 from Stevenage. Lane 5 is Sophia Sakato, who's 12 from Costa. No swimmer in 6. Ashley Worth in lane 7 is 10 from Ware. She's the youngest in this heat. And then Martha Mellors in lane 8 is 11 from Verulam. In fact, this is the fastest 10-year-old is in lane 7, Ashley. Coming up to the halfway turn. 4 swimmers all turning together in the 41s, the beginning of the 42s. Got Cora, Olivia, Chloe and Sophia. And then we got a couple at 42. And then 45 and 47 for Martha in lane 8 and Sakura in lane 1. Final turn. 5 swimmers all turned together at about 65. It's going to be very close into the final length. Just very tight. You can't see who's in the lead from where I am at the moment. It looks like Cora Butterworth in lane 2 is there with lane 5 Sophia and Chloe in 4. And also finishing fast is Ashley. But coming into the last couple of strokes as they touch. First to touch there, Sophia Staccato, 125.86. Second, Cora Butterworth, couldn't quite get there, 126.19. And third, Chloe Barber, 126.33. Very close race indeed. This is heat 4 of the female 100 metres backstroke. So again, 97 on the blocks. We've got Kitty McNaughton in lane 1, who's 12 from Hertford. No swimmer in 2. Lane 3, Angela Pavana, who's 12 from Potters Bar. Lane 4 is A. Gonzalez Blankenship, who's 12 from Costa. Lane 5 is Elspeth Laurie, who's 12 from Bishop Stortford. Lane 6, Emma Sorrow, who is 12 from Watford. Lane 7, Emily Jenkins, who's 12 from Chesham. And another 12-year-old, Eloise Skeffin from Costa, is in lane 8. So everyone in this heat is all 12 years old. 3 swimmers are going to turn together. We've got Kitty, Angela and Eloise all turning around about the 41 second mark, 40.76, 41.83 and 41.2. Then 41.7 for Kitty at halfway, and then 42s and 43 for Emily Jenkins. Coming up to the final turn, in the lead it looks like it's Eloise Griffin. Is very, very close indeed between Eloise and Angela in 3. Eloise in lane 8, Angela in 3, and finishing fast also is Elspeth in lane 5, but Elspeth is finishing very fast coming through. Can Elspeth get there? It's going to be very close between her and Angela as they touch. Angela just getting there, 123.33. Elspeth 123.46, couldn't quite get there. And third touch was Eloise Griffin at 123.84. Notice of disqualification, event 302, heat 3, lane 7. Event 302, heat 3, lane 7, disqualified for a technical infraction. This is heat 5 of the female 100 metres backstroke. Emily Mailer in lane 1 is 13 from Watford. Lane 2, Phoebe Hickford, who's 13 from Hertford. Lane 3, Chloe Yarn, who's 13 from St Albans. Emily Porter in lane 4 is 13 from Hertford, and Emily Street in lane 5 is 13 from Ware. So there are a row of 13-year-olds in lanes 1 to 5, and then 6, 7 and 8 are all 12. Charlotte Douglas in 6 from Costa. Lily Chappell in lane 7 from Royston, and lane 8 is Amber Smith from Costa. In the lead at the moment, Lily Chappell, who's from Royston at 123, but also right with her is Emily Mayer. It's actually Emily who's fraction in the lead. They both pretty much turned at the same time, 39.37, 39.85. 40 seconds for both Chloe in 3 and Emily in 4, and then 41s for the others. That's the halfway split. Again, can't split the two of them. Lily Chappell in lane 7 at the final turn. And in lane 1, Emily Mailer. And it is going to be really, really close. To go in front of me, it is Emily, who's just in the lead. Got a great burst in the last few metres. She touches first, 120.48, 122.07. Second to touch there was Lily Chappell. And third there, Chloe, at a time of 123.43. This is heat 6 of the female 100 metres backstroke. Isabel Bradley-Smith in lane 1 is 12 from Oddiston. Alongside her, Sophie Peterson in lane 2 is 12 from Stevenage. Then two 13-year-olds, Myla Shai, who's in lane 3 from Royston. Lane 4 is Isabel Cartwright, who is 13 from Hoddesdon. Then a 12-year-old, Esme Hui, in lane 5 is from Watford. Katie Ward in lane 6 is 15 from Hoddesdon. Lane 7 is Giasoni, who's 13 from St Albans, and lane 8, Neve Ives, 12 from Hatfield. Pretty close, looks like it may be Gia turning first. It is a 38.37, 38.7 and 38.91 for the chasing pair of Isabel in 4 and Myla in lane 3. Very close though, also going well in lane 6, Katie Ward. But coming up to the final turn, 59 seconds for Giasoni, who's turning first. But now coming through in lane 3 is Myla. And Myla it is pushing up in second place. Going to be close behind her, but alongside Myla is Isabel Cartwright in lane 4. Going to be really, really close on the touch. As they touch, just hanging on to it there, Giasoni getting caught by Myla all the way. Giasoni's time 118.47, Myla 118.85, really close at the end there. And third to touch there was Katie Ward at 121.08 coming through to touch third. This is heat 7 of the female 100 metres backstroke. Amy Wermeling in lane 1 is 14 from Hemel, and a few 14-year-olds alongside her. They're all 14 apart from lane 7, who's a 15-year-old. So the line up here, Amy Wermeling in 1 from Hemel. Lane 2 is Taya Robertson from Costa. Lane 3, Sophie Herity, who's from Stevenage. Lane 4 is Bethany Hopkins from Harpenden. Lane 5 is Sienna Candola from Bushy. Lane 6 is Hemel's Evie Jarvis Norton. And then we've got the 15-year-old, B. McDonald Williams in lane 7 from Bishop Stortford, and then another 14-year-old Kenzie Bradshaw in lane 8 from Hertford. 37 in the seconds at halfway at 37.92. In the lead at halfway, Taya Robertson from Sienna in lane 5. And then behind those, lane 7 is B. McDonald Williams. I'm sorry, I don't know the first name, over there in lane 7. Way under 60 seconds now though on this final turn, but it's close. But at the moment it is Taya Robertson from Sienna Candola, and Sienna now coming through really strongly, as too is lane 7, and it's going to be close, but as they touch, 117.72, Sienna comes through and takes it on that final length from Taya Robertson, 118.28, and third to touch there is B. McDonald Williams, whoever he is, at 118.8. And this is heat 8 of the female 100 meters backstroke. All lanes being used. Lane 1 is Tina Rexgada Ruiz, who's 14 from Hatfield. Lane 2, Megan Randall, who's 13 from Royston. And Megan is the youngest in this heat, entered at 1:19. Lane 3, Daisy Herodine, 15 from Stevenage. Lane 4, Mimi Clinch, 14 from Costa. Lane 5, Megan Reeder, who's 15 from Watford. Lane 6, Ava Torano O'Hara, who's 15 from Potters Bar. Lane 7, Jasmine Davis, who's 14 from Watford. Lane 8, Paige Brewster, 14 from Harpenden. Going to be very close at halfway, 36 seconds, 37 seconds. Just in the lead at halfway is Ava in lane 6 from Dave, Megan and Tina, who are very close together in turn 1. But still leading the way, coming up to the final turn. Ava turns at 56, but now not much between her and Tina in lane 1 and Megan in lane 2. Ava just in the lead still, coming into the last 5 metre, but it's now Megan who's pushed on very hard into second. Ava takes that in 1:15.88. Second touch there, 1:16 was Megan Randall, and coming through very strongly, a great last few strokes there. Paige Brewster over in lane 8, taking third in 1:17.33. We have a notice of disqualification, 2 in fact, event 302, heat 6, lane 8, event 302, heat 6, lane 8, and event 302, heat 7, lane 8, event 302, heat 7, lane 8, both disqualified for technical infractions. This is heat number 10 of the female 100 metres backstroke. Heat number 9 of 100 metres backstroke. Heat 9, Abigail John in lane 1, who's 14 from Stevenage. Lane 2, Evie Musson, who's 15 from Rickmansworth. Lane 3, Olivia Gibbons, who's 16 from Ware. Lane 4 is Emily Sharp, 16 from Costa. Her teammate, Susanna Reid, is in lane 5, she's 15. Lane 6 is Maya Robbo, who's 14 from Cheshunt. Then we've got a 12-year-old amongst us, Charlotte Stewart in lane 7 from Costa, entered at 1:18. And then Darcy Waller, 14-year-old in lane 8 from Stevenage. A 12-year-old amongst these 14, 15, 16-year-olds. 36 seconds for Maya in lane 6 and Evie in lane 2. 37s for Susanna in 5 and Emily in 4. And in fact, we've got some more 37s and 38s behind them. Final turn, really not much in it. 57 seconds. It's Evie in lane 2. Now got a good turn and getting a very good last leg. Coming through very strongly also in lane 5 now is Susanna Reid. And also over in lane 7, Charlotte and Maya, but in lane 6. But let's see who gets the touch. Just getting there, 1:16.44. Evie hung on there with a glide in at the end. And then second to touch there was Charlotte Stewart, 1:16.6. And third, Susanna Reid, 1:16.83. We are now up to heat number 10 of the female 100 metres backstroke. Can we have the men for the 200 backstroke to the marshalling area, please? Men for the 200 backstroke, men and open. For the men and open 200 backstroke to the marshalling area, please. Alison Lewis in lane 1, she's 13 from Watford, lane 2. Angelica Lazasketa, who's 16 from Watford, lane 3. Tori Hunt, who's 16 from Stevenage. Lane 4 is B. Grant, who's 16 from Royston. Lane 5, Annabelle Hopkins, who's 16 from Verulam. Lane 6, Heidi King, 13 from Hemel. Lane 7, Amelia Kingham, who's 14 from Watford. Lane 8, Lois Fields, 13 from Bishop Stortford. 36 seconds at the turn now. Just in the lead, Amelia in lane 7 from B in lane 4. And now coming through also 2 or 3 other swimmers, including Angelica in lane 2, and over in lanes 5 and 6, Annabelle and Heidi. But still, just in the lead, Amelia Kingham over in lane 7. But it's going to get very close behind her. Angelica in lane 2 has hung on to second place. Angelica's pushing very hard. Can she get there? No, it's 1:15.07, winning time to Amelia Kingham. Second was Angelica Lazasketa, who's 1:15.78. And then third is Annabelle Hopkins in 1:16.61. So very close. And this is heat 11 of the female 100 metres backstroke. Tia Gregory in lane 1 is 16 from Stevenage. Lane 2 is Ella Cannell, who's 18 from Hertford. Lane 3, Olivia Ball, who's 17 from Bushey. Lane 4 is Celia Randall, who's 15 from Watford. Lane 5, Valentina Tintorello, who's 14 from Potters Bar. Lane 6, Chloe Sharp is 18 from Tring, and lane 7 is Polly Munson, who's 17 from Cheshunt. Then a younger swimmer in this lot, 13-year-old Jasmine Scott in lane 8 is from Costa. Tia Gregory it is who's going to turn first in lane 1 at 35.09 at halfway. Then another 35 is Valentina in lane 5, and then got the rest are on 36. So it is going to be close. Still leading the way though, Tia Gregory. Tia turns about a metre in the lead at one to go, 54 seconds. And Tia looks like she's away, but look how close this is, right across the pool. We've got Olivia in 3, Celia in 4, Valentina in 5, Chloe in 6. So Tia's going to take this. Let's look at her time. Touches first in 1:12.85, really close behind her. Second to touch there was Valentina in lane 5 at 1:14.94. And third, Celia Randall at 1:15, 600ths behind her. Look how close that was, less than a second between 5 places. Heat 12 of the female 100 metres backstroke. Sophia Dixon in lane 1 is 14 from Hoddesdon. Lane 2, Molly Bartup, 16 from Cheshunt. Lane 3, Katrina Dalton, 17 from Tring. Lane 4, Jasmine Pereira, who's 16 from Hatfield. Lane 5, Daisy Job, 14 from Costa. Lane 6, Hannah Baverstock, who's 15 from Hatfield. Lane 7, Alexandra Chabinska, who's 15 from Potters Bar. And lane 8 is Morgan Slade, 17 from Tring. Can we have the men for the 200 metres backstroke, please? We need you at the marshalling area, please. Coming up to the final turn. 4 swimmers all turned together there. Katrina in 3, Jasmine in 4, Daisy in 5, Honor in 6. And it is Honor who's trying to push on hard in lane 6. And in lane 4, Jasmine. 2 Hatfield swimmers are going to be close as they touch. Honor takes it 1:13.26, 1:13.39 second is Jasmine Pereira, and third to touch there, 1:13.8 is Daisy Chubb. So another final call for the men for the 200 metres backstroke, please. Notes of disqualification, event 302, heat 11, lane 8. Event 302, heat 11, lane 8, disqualified for a technical infraction. This is heat 13 of the 100 female 100 metres backstroke. Heat 13 lineup is Josephine Reed in lane 1, 17 from Berkhamsted. Lane 2 is April Mills, she's 16 from Hatfield. Lane 3, Verity Fusion, who's 14 from Costa. And lane 4 is Anna Zapetskaya, who's 13 from Costa. Lane 5 is Erin Cave, who's 16 from Tring. Her teammate in lane 6 is Verity Billingham, who's 17. Lane 7, Lucy Peterson, who's 15 from Stevenage. And her teammate in lane 8 is Sophie Lyon, who is 18. 35 seconds. Look at that, a whole row of 5 on 35 seconds. Erin in 5 and Lucy and Peterson in 7 are leading 2 from Verity Fusion, lane 3. But as they turn, 4 swimmers all turn together. We've got Verity in 3, and then Erin in 5, Verity in 6, and Lucy in 7. They're all very close, but pushing on hard. Verity Fusion in lane 3 is just fractionally in the lead as they go in front of me at 5 metres. As they come to touch, it is Verity takes it 1:12.43. Second to touch there was Erin Cave, just getting there, 1:12.94, ahead of Lucy Peterson at 1:13 flat, 600ths behind her. Heat 14 of the female 100 metres backstroke. Sophie Coleman in lane 1 is 16 from Costa. Lane 2, Rosie Wen, who's 16 from Costa. Lane 3, Molly Greatbatch, who's 14 from Bishop Stortford. Lane 4, Isla Cavell, who's 17 from Hertford. Lane 5 is Ava Black, who's 17 from Costa. Lane 6, Liberty Whittaker, 16 from Watford. Lane 7, Isla Black, 15 from Costa. And lane 8 is Emma Fields, who is 18 from Bishop Stortford. Fastest entry time, just on 1:12 in the middle of the pool, but you're going to have a few swimmers turning together, lanes 2, 5 and 7. There's 7 turns first, which is Isla Black at 35.2. 35.4 second to turn Rosie Wen, and then 35.41. 100th behind is Ava Black. At halfway. Coming up to the final turn. It's Isla turning first at about 54 seconds over in lane 7. But it's going to be close, coming through strongly. Rosie Wen also in lane 2. Rosie with a big finish. And she is going to get up there. It's going to be very close as they come to touch. as they touch. Just hanging in there, Isla Black takes it in a time of 1:13.33. Rosie finishing fast, couldn't get there. 100th behind 1:13.34, and third Molly Raybatch 1:14 flat. Heat 15 of the female 100 metres backstroke. Freya Hadnot in lane 1 is 16 from Bishop Salford, lane 2. Sophie Stelmach, who's 15 from Stevenage, lane 3. Phoebe Matthews, who's 17 from Outfield, lane 4 is Camille Vanier, who's 17 from Outfield. Lane 5, Sophie Hollis, 16 from Costa, lane 6 is Cassandra Pereira, who's 14 from Outfield. Lane 7, Mia Nelson, 13 years old amongst all of these older swimmers. Cheshunt, Mia's entered 1:11, and then Neva Mara in lane 8, Neve is 18 from Watford. Three fastest swimmers in the middle of the pool, all turning at 33. Camille and then Phoebe and Sophie all together. Spearheaded final 3 heats, so they mix up the swimmers. Final turn now, 50 seconds for Camille. Behind her is teammate Phoebe. And then going also very well on the other side of her, Sophie Hollis. These three a bit clear of the others. We're touching first, 67.40. Second to touch, Phoebe Matthews, 69.7. And third, Sophie Hollis in 110.27. Mia Nelson, the 13-year-old, at 112.53. Heat 16 of the female 100 metres backstroke. Where we go, the penultimate heat. Hannah Lovelock in lane 1 is 16 from Hitchin. Lane 2 is Isabella Dalton, who's 18 from Tring. Lane 3 is Oksana Wojciech-Zadzioff, who's 18 from Verilov. Lane 4, Erin Curry, who is 16 from Hatfield. Lane 5 is Amy Harper, who's 17 from Watford. Lane 6 is Talia Williams, who's 17 from Tring. Lane 7, Gigi Rabetchik-Smith, who's 14 from Costa, and then senior swimmer Marcia Billingham in lane 8 is 22 from Tring. They're in quite a long way clear there, 31 seconds. Halfway 34 for Amy behind her at the moment in lane 5. And also going well in lane 3 is Oksana. But 49 seconds for our leader. Going very well indeed, Erin Curry. Entered at 66. Not going to be too far away from that. I think it's second at the moment is Amy. Goes 66.08. So that's a PB there for Erin Curry, taking that one. 68.22. Second to touch, Amy Harper from Watford. And then 69.60 is Oksana in lane 3, touching in third. Final heat, heat 17 of the female 100 metres backstroke. Tamsin Whittaker in lane 1 is 18 from Watford. Lane 2, Isabel Savage is 15 from Potters 3, Summer Boswell, 16 from Hatfield. He's got 2 teammates alongside her in lane 4. Charlotte Williams, who is 18. Lane 5, Sophie Green, who is 17. The 2 more Watford swimmers in lane 6 is Summer Everson, who's 15. In lane 7, Holly Enright, who is 17. And then finally lane 8, Evie Butterworth, who's 14 from Tring. 14-year-old, is the youngest in this. Fastest entrant, 31 seconds at halfway. Charlotte Williams, 33.54 for Sophie Green, and 34s for Holly and Summer, and Summer in 6, and also for Summer in lane 3. 2 Summers in one pool. Can't have enough Summers. Into the final length, stroking very easily, not pushing on too hard. Final to come. Lane 4, Charlotte Williams entered at 64, very comfortably touching in 65.09. Behind her, Sophie Green, touching in 69.3, and then 70.17, third to touch there was Summer Everson. So that completes the female 100 metres backstroke. The finals to come later on. We'll let you know who is in those finals. Event 303 is the male and open 200 metres backstroke, and that is going to be swum in 9 heats. Event 303, Heat 1 of the male and open 200 metres backstroke, swimmers in lanes 2 to 6. So a longer race now. This is 200 metres, that's 8 lengths of the pool. Dewey Fordyce in lane 2 is 11 from Berkhamsted. Lane 3, James Winter, who is 12 from Stevenage. Lane 4, Julian Vanier, who's 10 from Hatfield. The 2 11-year-olds, Fear Taker in lane 5 from Watford, and Maxwell Carter in lane 6 from St Albans. Entry times all pretty close. Dewey is 11-year-old in lane 2. He's slightly slow, 1:3:23. The others are all between 3:13 and 3:14. But after 50 metres, so in the lead, coming up towards the halfway, we'll see where the his split is. It's James Winter, Stevenage, entered at 3:14, and the halfway split is 1:27.83, so looking pretty good. 1:31.95 for Veer, 1:32.78 for Maxwell, 1:33.65 for Julian, and 1:37.35 for Dewey. That are halfway splits. Notice of disqualification, event 302, heat 16, lane 7. 302, heat 16, lane 7, disqualified for a technical infraction. So 150 metres, still in the lead. James Winter, 2:16, but it's now getting closer between him and Veer, going well. Veer pulling up on him a little bit now in lane 5. 2:21, 2:22 for Julian and Maxwell and 2:29 for Dewey, but still in the lead. James Winter into the final length, and it is James from Veer in lane 5, and Veer having a great swim, big sprint from Veer, and he's got level. It's absolutely level as they go in front of me. Going to be right on the fingertip touch. Who's going to get the touch? Look at that, 400s between them, and it's Veer. Vanio gets it. 3:02.03, just out touching James Winter, 3:02.07, 400s between them. Third to touch there, 3:06.24 for Julian. Wow. Okay, I've got a correction, which is a very, very important one. I've been told there is a correction on the disqualification. I read out heat 3:02, heat 16. It is here event 3:02, heat 17, lane 7. So apologies, there's no disqualification heat 16. Heat 17, lane 7 is disqualified for a technical infraction. Apologies for the confusion. This is heat 2 of event 3:03, the Malin Open 200 metres backstroke. So heat 2 of this one. Leo Sims in lane 1, he's 11 from Hertford. Lane 2 is Tom Gilbert, who's 12 from Watford. Lane 3, George Sims, 11 from Hertford. Lane 4, Charles Hallam, who's 11 from Harpenden. Lane 5, Oscar Chow, who's 12 from Costa. Lane 6, Hugo Radel, who's 11 from Verulam. Charlie Robinson in lane 7 is 11 from Tring, and he's got 11-year-old teammate Jake Nell in lane 8. Entry times ranging from 3:09 to 3:11. First to tuck turn there is Charles Hallam from Harpenden at 41 seconds. Pretty close though, because right over on the outside of Jake Nell, he's actually turned there. In fact, looking at it on the board, he turned fractionally in the lead. Not much between them. And coming up to the next turn, and is Charles Hallam, who is now gone back past Jake Nell. But they are very close. It's difficult with them being on different sides of the pool. But it is Charles Hallam in lane 4 who's going to come up the halfway with about a metre and a half lead over Jake Nell over in lane 8. Charles turns first at 1:26.82, Jake 1:27.69, so less than a second between them. Third turn there, 1:30 was George Sims, and then 1:31 for Charlie Robinson. Two more 1:31s, Leo Sims and Oscar, and then the other two both on 1:33s. Have another notice of disqualification, event 3:03, heat 1, lane 2. Event 3:03, heat 1, lane 2, disqualified for a technical infraction. So final 50, 2:12. Charles Hallam ahead of Jake Nell at 2:13.5. He took about a second and a bit out of his on that length. 2:17 for the chasing pair at the moment, and that's Charlie Robinson over in lane 7, and also going well is Leo Sims in lane 1, and in lane 6 Hugo Redell. But coming up to the final 5 metres, a big sprint being put in by Jake Nell from Tring over in lane 8, but Charles Hallam is going to take this one. He's got about a metre and a half clear, comes through, touches at 2:55.56, 2:56.55, with the second behind was Jake Nell. Staying close behind. We're going to have to get some backup times. Third touch there showing a 3:04.34 for Hugo. Can we please have the swimmers for the final event of this session, event 304, female 100 metres individual medley to the marshalling area, please. Female 100 metres IM swimmers to the marshalling area now, please. So another call for the 100 metres individual medley swimmers, please, to the marshalling area now. A reminder for those people who won medals in yesterday's session who haven't collected them, could you please go and collect them from the medals table, please, at some point. Go get your medals from the medals table for any medals not collected from yesterday. Hopefully they've all been collected now. This is heat 3 of the Mile and Open 200 metres backstroke. Underway with the third heat, which is led by lane 1, Fox Foster, who's 12 from Hatfield. Lane 2, Mark Mantingo, who's 11 from Watford. Lane 3, Cody Bridgen, who is 11 from Watford. Lane 4 is Ryan Todd, who's 13 from Potters Bar. Fastest entrant at 3 minutes, 0.07. Let's hope he can break 3 minutes. Lane 5, Max Hart, 11 from Verulam. Lane 6 is Ching Yao, who's 12 from Hatfield. Lane 7, Luca Capozzi, who's 11 from Hemel, and lane 8 is Samuel Allcraft, who is 12 from Trade. 41 seconds, the leader at the first 50, Ryan Todd and Luca Capozzi. But it is Ryan Todd who's now got about a half a metre over Luca. It's about 62 seconds at the turn there, so just gradually easing away. Luca going well in second place at the moment, but also going well in the middle of the pool. We've got Max Hart and Ching Lau, and also over in lane 8, Samuel Allcroft. Halfway, 125 for Ryan Todd, 128 for Luca, 129s for lanes 1, 5 and 8. That's Fox in lane 1, Max in lane 5 and Samuel in lane 8. 130 for lane 6, which is Ching, and then the other two both on 131s. And he is just slightly easing out a little bit in lane 4, our leader, Ryan Todd. He's entered 3 minutes, so he should break that the way he's going at the moment. Getting a lot closer now between lanes 5 and 7. We got Max in 5 who's catching Luca in 7, and he's now just gone past him coming up to the final 50 turn. 2:12 for Ryan, and then 2:14, 2:15 for Max now ahead of Luca, and then 2:16 for Fox Foster. Also 2:16 for Cody. Final turn for the leader, 2:35. Going to be a really good time, this one. Good PB. Coming into the last half a length now. He's getting caught. Ryan Todd in lane 4 getting caught by Max Hart, who's having a great final leg. Max is absolutely sprinting. Can he get there? Don't think so as he comes through to touch. 2:56.75. Ryan Todd takes it. Max Hart, great final leg. Ends at 2:57.39 as Ryan was tying up a bit. Third to touch there, Luca Capozzi in 3 minutes, 0.54. Couldn't quite get under that 3 minutes. Another call for the 100 metres individual medley swimmers, please, to the marshalling area. This is heat 4 of the Malin Open 200 metres backstroke. Milo Malloy is in lane 1. He's 12 from St Albans. Lane 2 is Alexis Razaska Ruiz, who's 14 from Hatfield. Todd Lang is in lane 3. He's 12 from Hatfield. And lane 4 is Evan Slade, who is 14 from Tring. Andrew Pradu is in lane 5 from Watford. No swimmer in lane 6. Lane 7 is Hugo Harley, who's 12 from Watford. Lane 8 is Max Perry, who's 12 from Watford. In the lead at the moment, Evan Slade in lane 4 from Tring. He's entered at 2:50. He's the fastest entrant. Behind him at the moment is Hugo Harley over in lane 7, holding a second place from Alexis in lane 2. Leader turns at 1:17.93. It's Evan. And then 1:21 for Hugo. 1:23 for both 3 and 5, which is Todd and Andrew. Lane 8 is next to turn, 1:24, Max Perry, and then 1:25, 1:30 for Milo. Notes of disqualification, event 303, heat 2, lane 6. Event 303, heat 2, lane 6, and event 303, heat 3, lane 7. Event 303, heat 3, lane 7, disqualified for technical infractions. Halfway, 2:01 for Evan, 2:05 and 2:06 for Hugo in second, and then Andrew in lane 5, and then 2:07 and then 2:10 for Max Perry, 2:11 for Alexis, and then 2:19 for Milo. Another halfway splits. $50 meters to go for the leader. Coming up, and he's going to touch. 2:43.57, and second. So, win for Evan Slade. Entered 2:50, so it's a good time for him. Second to touch there, Hugo Harley goes 2:47.22, and he's entered 2:54. And third to touch there, Andrew at 2:47. And that's under his entry time at 2:51. This is heat 5 of the men's open 200 metres backstroke. Montgomery Brewster in lane 1 is a 12-year-old, two 12-year-olds in this on opposite sides of the pool. He's from Watford. Lane 2 is Alfie Ritchie, who's 13 from Costa. Lane 3 is Ryan Wimpney, who's 14 from Cheshunt. Lane 4 is James Hallam, who's 14 from Harpenden. Lane 5, Jacob Chen, 13 from Watford. Lane 6 is Jesse Howard, who is 14 from Hoddesdon. Lane 7 is William Lyons, 14 from Watford. And lane 8, Charles Hodgson, who's the other 12-year-old, he's from Costa. 50 metres, going through at 37 seconds. We have the two fastest 12-year-old entrants in the event in this heat in lanes 1 and 8. Lane 8 going very well indeed, Charles Hodgson. Up at the front, just in the lead at the moment, the fastest entrant in the heat, James Hallam. Ends at 2:42. Very close behind him, going very well, one of the 12-year-olds, Charles Hodgson, over in lane 8. Just in second at the moment from Jacob Chen. But first to turn, 1:18.01 is James Hallam. 3 on 1:19. The order is 5, 8 and 3. That's Jacob just ahead of Charles and Ryan. But there's less than half a second between them. Still in the lead. Coming up to the final. Look how close this is getting now, though. Turning at 1:59. James Hallam, 2 minutes, nothing between. Ryan in 3, Jacob in 5, and now right behind those 2:01. Only a second behind is Charles Hodgson, who's the 12-year-old, one of the 12-year-olds. But look how close this is in the front. James Hallam's still there, but Jacob Chen is right there with him now, and so is Ryan Wimpney. These three clear of the rest. Still going well, Charles Hodgson on the far side in lane 8, who's got a big acceleration on in this final leg. But just in the lead still, James Hallam in lane 4, being chased by Jacob Chen in 5, going to be close as they come through to touch. As they touch, it's a win for James Hallam in time of 2:39.47. Very close behind him, Jacob Chen in 2:39.91, and right behind him, 2:40.61. was Ryan Wimpney. 12-year-old Charles Hodgson touched in 2:40.78, entered 2:49, so 9 seconds inside his entry time for the 12-year-old. This is heat 6 of the men's open 200 metres backstroke. Daniel Humphreys in lane 1 is 15 from Stevenage. Lane 2 is Henry Martin, who's 15 from Harpenden. Lane 3, Thomas Johnson, who's 14 from Hatfield. Lane 4 is Chekin Lau, who is 14 from Costa. Lane 5 is the fastest 13-year-old entrant in the event, Konstantin Kaliafas, who's from Watford. He's entered at 2:35. Lane 6 is Max Lesnar, who's 15 from Potters Bar. Lane 7 is Lewis Hoggenberg, who's 15 from Potters Bar. Finn Carey in lane 8 is 14 from Stevenage. Nothing between 4 and 5, both on just on the 34 seconds at the first turn. Chekin Lau and Konstantin. They are quite a bit clear. at the moment of the others. Bear in mind, Konstantin is a 13-year-old. Czech and Lau in lane 4 is a 14-year-old. So they're coming up to their halfway split at 100 metres. Let's see the times. Both in at 2:35. 1:11 and 1:12 for Lau and Konstantin. 1:15 for lane 2, which is Henry Martin. 1:16 for Max Lesnar. 1:16 also for Lewis and Thomas. 1:18 for Daniel Humphreys. Very close at the front still. Different stroke rates. Now turning first at 1:50, 1:51, a second between him and Konstantin. Look at this, 4 swimmers all very, very close together. 1:56, 1:57, just being led at the moment by Max Lesnar in lane 6, but 3 other swimmers, Henry in 2, Thomas in 3, and over in lane 7, Lewis, all very close. Still as they were for pretty much the whole of this race, leading 2, but pulling away quite well now. Now in lane 4 is he's pulled out about another metre or so. Let's see his time. Now touches in 2:28.49. Konstantin 2:30.24. Couldn't quite get under that 2:30. And third to touch there, Max went to 2:36, goes 2:34.85. Heat 7 of the Men's Open, 200 metres backstroke. Ben Hunwick in lane 1 is 15 from Tring. Lane 2, Oliver Tom, 17 from Ware. Lane 3, Luke Martel, 18 from Watford. And lane 4 is Alexander Cleverbore, who is 18 from Costa. Lane 5, Rafferty May, who's 16 from Watford. Lane 6 is Charlie Cropley, who's 18 from Itchen. Lane 7, Robert Flaxbeard, who is 18 from Harpenden. And lane 8 is Charlie Stott, 15 from Costa. 30 seconds. So getting quicker now. These final 3 heats, we've got them spearheaded, so you've got mixed up. But it's fastest entrance, Alexander Cleverbore, entered at 2:08, who's well in the lead as we would expect. Behind him, Rafferty May, Watford. At 2:14, let's see Alexander's 100-metre split, 63.58. Rafferty at 66.24, 68.17 for Luke, 69.24 for Oliver Tom, 70 seconds for Robert, and then 1:11, 1:12, 1:13 for Ben in lane 1. And the final 2. Coming up now to the 150 metre. Turn, 50 metres to go, 2 lengths to go. Alexander turns at 1:36. 1:41 for Rafferty. And now in third place is Luke Martel ahead of Oliver Tom. And then behind those we've got Robert Flaxbeard over in lane 7, just ahead of Charlie Cropley. And then Ben Hunwick and Charlie Stott. Into the last 10 metres for our leader, Alexander. Remember his entry time here, 2:08, although see what he can record. Goes 2:10.02. Rafferty ended 2:14, goes 2:15.09. Luke's going to get third at 2:21, 2:22 for Oliver, 2:26. Charlie, 2:27 for Robert, 2:28 for Ben, and Charlie at 2:32. Heat 8 of the Men's and Open, 200 metres backstroke. Alexander Mordenti is in lane 1, 15 from Potter's Bar. Lane 2 is the fastest 14-year-old entrant in the event. There are two 14-year-olds in the seat, but William Rogers is entered fastest at 2:25. He's from Watford. Hayden Thornhill in lane 3 is 18 from Hoddesdon. Lane 4, Matthew Aldred, fastest entrant in the seat, 19-year-old from Watford, entered 2:07. Lane 5, Samuel Jeffrey, who's 17 from Hatfield. Lane 6 is Bradley McDonald-Williams, who is 16 from Bishop Stortford. Lane 7 is William Barr, who is 16 from Royston, beg your pardon. Lane 8 is Asher Davison, who is 16 from Potter's Bar as well. So leading the way, Matthew Aldred, being chased by Samuel Jeffrey. Matthew turns at 65. 62 second place, then 67 for Hayden Thornhill, who's up into third at the moment. These three are a little bit clear now, about 4 or 5 metres clear of Bradley over in lane 6. Now the leading pair have pulled out quite a lead here. Matthew Aldred from Watford entered 2:07. He's going to turn just ahead of Samuel Jeffrey from Hatfield, entered 2:11. These two looking very, very comfortable. Remember, there's a final to come. Third place still at Hayden Thornhill, who's quite a little bit clear still of Bradley in lane 6. Up at the front now, not much between them. Good underwater work there from Matthew in lane 4. And Samuel is now easing up alongside him. These two are going to be very, very close as they touch. But he hangs on to it. 2:13.77. Under no pressure there at all. 2:13.96. Samuel Jeffrey. Third touch there. 2:23 was Hayden Thornhill. And for 2:24 was Bradley McDonald-Williams. William Rogers, 14-year-old there, 2:25. And this is heat 9, the final heat of the Men's and Open 200 metres backstroke. Luca Batosa Hayden is in lane 1, he's 15 from Potter's Bar. Lane 2 is Parker Brewster, who's 15 from Uppenden. Lane 3 is Zach Fellows, who's 15 from Costa. Lane 4 is Oliver Baskerville, 16 from Hatfield. Lane 5, Jacob Hayes, 17 from Bishop Stortford. Lane 6, James Gibson, 16 from Watford, lane 7 is Harrison Odie, who's 17 from Hoddesdon. And another 14-year-old in the final heat, Rufus Kelly in lane 8 from Hatfield. 30 seconds for the leader. Remember to say they're all probably swimming fairly tactically in these final 3 heats because they've got a final coming up. So at the moment it's Oliver ahead of Jacob and Zach. Oliver turning at 63, Jacob 64, 65 for Zach. 68 seconds at halfway for Parker, and then 70 seconds James Gibson. 112 and 114 for Luca and Rufus. Just out Harrison there, I'm sorry. Coming up to the final 50-metre turn, and 136 for the leader, kind of a long way clear. Very close behind, 136 in the lead, but 139.4 and 139.65. Nothing really between Jacob in 5 and Zach in 3. Zach is 15 though, and Jacob is 17. Different age groups. Into the last few strokes. Oliver ends at 2:06, comfortable at 2:08.7. Zach Fellows is coming up, touching in second, 2:13.32. 2:13.85 is Jacob Hayes in third place. Fourth to touch is Parker Brewster, 2:21, and then James Gibson, 2:23. Harrison at 2:27 and Rufus at 2:30. Clear the pool to the side, please. And that completes the 200 metres backstroke for men. The final heat event in this session is the female 100 metres individual medley. And this is going to be swum in 19 heats. 19 heats. And this is heat 1 of the female 100 metres individual medley. So 1 length of each stroke, fly back breaststroke. Sakara Yamada is in lane 2. They're all 11 in this first heat. Lane 3 is Charlotte Dixon, from Hitchin. Lane 4 is Georgie Basabi, who's from Hatfield. Lane 5 is Sophie Garland, who's from Harpenden. Lane 6 is Addison Lamb, who's from Harpenden. Lane 7 is Mariella Thorne from Ware. Look how even this is. They all did well on the fly. Coming on the backstroke. And we've got a lot of swimmers all very close together here. They're all going to turn together. I think it's going to be between Charlotte and Georgie in 3 and 4 who turn first. Actually, right up there between those two is Mariella in lane 7. So less than a second between the first 5. And only another half a second back to Sakura. Coming up to the final turn. Good breaststroke though being shown by Georgie, who has a great breaststroke leg there. So too did Mariella in lane 7. These two have pulled themselves just a little bit clear now of Charlotte in lane 3. But it is Hatfield's Georgie who's going to take this. Entered at 1:36. Goes 1:31.05. Second was Mariella Thorne. 1:32.69. Third, Charlotte Dixon. 1:33.61. With notes of disqualification, event 303, heat 9, lane 6. Event 303, heat 9, Lane 6 disqualified for a technical infraction. This is heat 2 of the female 100 metres individual medley. Emily Bressant in lane 1 is 11 from Berkhamsted. They're all 11 apart from lane 5, which is a 10-year-old. Only 10-year-old in this. Lane 1 is Emily Bressant, who's 11 from Berkhamsted. Lane 2 is Hayley Frucosta, who's from Potters Bar. Lane 3 is Amelie Desmulles, who's from Verulam. Lane 4 is Tilly Howells, who's from Verulam. Lane 5 is the 10-year-old Ashley Worth from Ware. Lane 6, 11-year-old Martha Mellors from Verulam. 2 more 11-year-olds, Scarlett Oman in lane 7 from Cheshunt, and Potters Bar's Lotta Oman in lane 8. 39 seconds, so under 40 seconds the leader, Ashley Worth. In lane 5 from Ware, going well, and she's also looking good on the breaststroke. Also coming through strongly on the breaststroke are all of the swimmers in the blue hats. But coming up to the final discipline change from breast to free, it's still going to be Ashley Worth. But behind her now, Tilly Howells in lane 4, and alongside her, Amelie Desmulles, who's the other Verulam swimmer in lane 3, and also coming through strongly is Martha over in lane 7. But touching first, 129.96. It's a win for Ashley Worth, and second Tilly Howells 130.89, and third Amelie 131.35. This is heat 3 of the female 100 metres individual medley. Cordelia Helm is in lane 1. She's from Rickmansworth. They're all 12 years old in this heat. Every swimmer is 12. Lane 2, Olivia Cheney, who's from Harpenden. Lane 3, Mia Monksworth, who is from Berkhamsted. Lane 4, Lily Chappell, who's from Royston. Lane 5 is Sophia Saccato, who's from St Albans. Lane 6 is Aleida Wu, who's from Verulam. Lane 7 is Elise Dodchin, who's from St Albans, and Tilly Pickersgill in lane 8 is from Stevenage. Cordelia and Lily are going to be turning together. 39 seconds Cordelia, 40 for Lily. Half a second after her for Sophia in lane 5. But at the moment it is leading the way in lane 4, Lily Chappell. So it's lane 4 at the moment leading this, but coming through strongly on the breaststroke is Elder in lane 6, and also in lane 7, Elise. And there are 5 swimmers who are all in this coming into the freestyle. Lane 4 is Lily, Sophia in 5, Elder in lane 6. These 3 all together, and as they touch, the first touch goes to Lily Chappell, 127.06. Sophia was second to touch in 127.35, and third Ilda, who's at 127.92. Heat 4 of the female 100 metres individual medley. Freya Keeling in lane 1 is 11 from where? Lane 2 is Olivia Daniel, who's 11 from Verulam. Lane 3, Aria Waters, who's 12 from Verulam. Lane 4, Eloise Geffin, who's 12 from Costa, and the rest are 12. Isla Cayley in lane 5 is from Watford. Lane 6 is Savannah Smith from Potters Bar. Lane 7, Dorothea Ward from Bushy. In lane 8 is Isla Austin from Hemel Hempstead. A couple of seconds between the entry times from fastest to slowest, but looking good on the backstroke over in lane 6 at the moment. Savannah Smith from Potters Bar, from Olivia in lane 2. Touching a second, they're 40 seconds and 40.98, and 41 seconds after the backstroke for Eloise Geffin. But still looking good. Potters Bar swimmer in 6. Savannah Smith looks good on the breaststroke as well. Also coming through strongly on the breaststroke, Olivia Daniel in lane 2 from Verulam. And over in lane 7, Dorothea Ward having a good breaststroke, leg 2. But now into the freestyle. It's changed around a little bit now. Still got Savannah Smith in the lead, being chased by Dorothea alongside her in lane 7, who looks very good on the freestyle. Don't think she's going to catch Savannah, but it's going to be close coming into the last couple of strokes. Very close for third and fourth. 125.8 for Savannah Smith taking it. 126.3 for Dorothea Ward in second. Really close behind. Eloise in lane 3, 128.5 second taking third ahead of Olivia Daniel. Heat 5 of the female 100 metres individual medley. Amber Smith in lane 1 is 12 from Costa. Lane 2, Isabel Bradley Smith, who is 12 from Oddiston. Lane 3 is Faye Leggett, who is 13 from Ware. Lane 4, Sophia Butt, who is 13 from Costa. Lane 5, Rachel Ord, who is 13 from Bushy. Lane 6, Annabella Kerry, 13 from Verulam. Lane 7, Angela Pavana, who's 12 from Potters Bar. And Sophie Tom in lane 8 is 12 from Ware. 37 after the backstroke in the lead. It's Sophie Tom just from Rachel Ord, and then Amber Smith. But now unwinding on the breaststroke a bit. Sophie Tom still looking very good, but coming through powerfully now is Sophia Budd. Sophia looking good on the breaststroke. She may turn first, and she does. Sophia and also Isabel Bradley Smith had a good leg there in lane 2. She had a good length of breaststroke. She's now right up there with Faye Leggett alongside her. But Sophia in lane 4, Costa swimmer into the 125. She's going to take it from Isabel, and she does. Sophia 124.52, 125.10 second to touch. Isabel Bradley Smith, and third to touch, Angela Pavana at 125.88. Heat 6 of the female 100 metres individual medley. Charlotte Douglas in lane 1 is 12 from Costa. Lane 2, Emily Porter, 13 from Hertford. Lane 3, Daisy Hambleton, 13 from Bushy. Lane 4, Rose McCann, who is 13 years old from Verulam. Lane 5, Tully Froome, who's 13 from Harpenden. Lane 6, Jasmine Hunt, who's 13 from Stevenage. And a 12-year-old, Sophie Peterson, in lane 7, who's 12 from Stevenage. Finally, lane 8 is Annabelle Clark, 13 from Harpenden. Mixture of 12 and 13-year-olds. mainly 13-year-olds. First to turn after the backstroke, 36 seconds. Charlotte Douglas in lane 1, but a good turn off the wall there as well in lane 4 for Rose McCann. And now coming through on the breaststroke, Tali Froome in lane 5, looking very good, and also in lane 2, Emily Porter. And in lane 3 as well, Daisy Hamilton. In fact, there's a lot of good breaststrokers there, because over the far side too, Jasmine Sophie Nuttall all pulled back a little bit there, but in the lead. Tully in lane 5 from Armenden into the 124, being chased by Emily Porter in lane 2, finishing fast. Tully gets here 121.69. Second to touch there was Emily Porter at 122.09, and third there in lane 3, Daisy Hamilton, 123.40. Heat 7 of the female 100 metres individual medley. Amelia Cass in lane 1 is 13 from Bishop Stortford. Lane 2 is Phoebe Hickford, who's 13 from Hertford. Lane 3, Daisy Herodine, 15 from Stevenage. Lane 4, Giasoni, who's 13 from Costa. Lane 5, Megan Reader, who's 15 from Watford. Lane 6, Myla Chai, who's 13 from Royston. Lane 7 is Isabel Cowie, who's 12 from Watford. And lane 8 is Chloe Juan, who's 13 from Costa. Costa's Gia turning first at 36 after the backstroke. Right behind her is Megan from Watford in lane 5, and also the puck going well, Chloe Wan over in lane 8 from Costa, looking good too. And it is Chloe who's having a very good breaststroke over in lane 8. She's going to be right with them as they turn, but there are a few swimmers in this. Daisy in 3, Gia in 4, and over the far side, Chloe in lane 8. And Chloe it is who's right up there with them. It's going to be close, but I think it looks like it's Daisy just edging ahead here, and it is Daisy who takes it. Great last few strokes in the freestyle, 121.87, just ahead of Gia in lane 4, 122, and 122.2. Chloe over in lane 8 having a great swim for third. Heat 8 of the female 100 metres individual medley. Eve Ives in lane 1, 12 from Hatfield. Lane 2 is Zara Rent, who's 15 from Hartford. Lane 3 is Tina Eraxka Ruiz, who is 14 from Hatfield. Lane 4 is Charlotte Stewart, who is 12 from Costa, 12-year-old in lanes 1 and 4. Lane 5 is Amelia Kingham, who's 14 from Watford. Lane 6, Lois Fields, 13 from Bishop Stortford. 7, Rose Ellen Flannery, 15 from Hatfield. And in Hertford, Bronwyn Fuller in lane 8 is 13. 36 seconds, lots of swimmers there in this, just in the lead, and good turn off the wall. Zara in lane 2. And now behind her is Charlotte in lane 4. And coming through strongly is Neve in lane 1 too. And it's Neve who's had a great breaststroke leg, turns fractionally in the lead. Neve Ives, very good breaststroke, and pulling away well on the freestyle. She's going to take this one. Looks like Zara's may hang a second, but no, she's under pressure also from Rose Ellen. But Neve takes it, 118.09. 0-2, good swim by her. Zara just hanging on to second, 119.90, and third, Rose 120.2 in third place. Heat 9 of the female 100 metres individual medley. Phoebe Waite in lane 1 is 14 from Cheshunt, lane 2 Holly Malfoy, who's 15 from Costa, lane 3 Abigail John, who's 14 from Stevenage, lane 4 is Tara Shah, 14 from Bushy. Lane 5, Sydney Harvey, who's 15 from Hoddesdon, lane 6 is Neve Holland, who's 13 from Hitchin, lane 7 is Emma Tramontano Wells, who's 15 from Hertford, and lane 8 is Emily Mailer, who's 13 from Watford. .35.24. Holly Malfoy turning first. But now straight away into her stride on the breaststroke. Tara Shah. And also very fast is Hitchins' Neve Holland. She's pulled herself up there as well. So 3 swimmers turning absolutely together. We've got Holly in lane 2. Tara in lane 4. And Neve in lane 6, and now coming through strongly in lane 7. Matilda Tramontano Wells from Hertford in lane 7, but it's going to be close as they come through to touch, and as they touch, winning time 119.23 for Tara Shah, second Holly Malfoy 119.88 just behind her, and Neve Holland just out touching alongside her at 120.65. Heat 10 of the female 100 metres individual medley. Alison Liu in lane 1 is 13 from Watford 2. Valeria Antonini is 14 from Berkhamsted. Lane 3, Lily Wellborn, who is 15 from Berkhamsted. Lane 4, Liliana Chavinska, who is 14 from Potters Bar. Lane 5 is Esme Hui, who is 12 from Watford. She's the youngest one in this heat. And then lane 6 is Valentina Tintorello, who's 14 from Potters Bar. Lane 7, Sienna Candola, who's 14 from Bushy, and then Megan Randall in lane 8 is 13 from Royston. Already turning into the breaststroke, 34 seconds. Lily in the lead. From over now in lane 6 is Valentina. Valentina having a great breaststroke leg. Look how fast she's going. Also going well is Valeria and Alison in lanes 1 and 2. But look at this breaststroke leg. They're turning at 60 seconds. Valentina from Potters Bar. Going after in lane 2 is Valeria Antonini. And then alongside her is Lily. They're going to be close for second and third, but touching first, 116.14. Valentina. Second to touch was Lily getting 118.78, just ahead of Valeria, 119.29. This is heat 11 of the female 100 metres individual medley. Jasmine Davis in lane 1 is 14 from Watford. Lane 2, Tisha Adebola Lawal is in the 14-year-old Potters Bar swimmer. Lane 3 is Tabitha Webber, who's 16 from Potters Bar. Lane 4 is Perla Karkanute, who's 16 from Verulam. Lane 5, Holly Cuthbert, 16 from Stevenage. Lane 6, Evie Musin, who's 15 from Rickmansworth. Lane 7 is Hubchek Ronga, who's 16 from Cheshunt. And then lane 8 is Heidi King, 13 from Hemel. Great fly and backstroke from Tisha in lane 2. But look how fast Stevenage's Holly Cuthbert is going in the middle of the pool on the breaststroke. You often see this, backstrokers and breaststrokers can't do each other's strokes. And also going well in lane 3, Tabitha, and over in lane 6, Evie. But already into the freestyle. In the middle of the pool, Holly Cuthbert from Stevenage is away. Coming back now, Tisha, not so good on the breaststroke, but very strong on the freestyle. Great sprint by Tisha coming through in second place. Holly takes it, 1:16.85. Tisha second in 1:17.86. And third to touch there was Evie Musin in 1:19.22. Can we please have boys for the 100 metres fly finals to the marshalling area, please? Boys to the 100 metres fly finals, can they please now make their way to the marshalling area? This is heat 12 of the female 100 metres individual medley. Amber Smits in lane 1, 16-year-old from Ware. Lane 2, Paige Brewster, 14 from Harpenden. Lane 3, Susanna Reid, who is 15 from Costa. Lane 4 is Kwan Yi Chan, who's 15 from Bishop Stortford. Lane 5, Amy Wormerling, 14 from Emil. Lane 6 is Darcy Waller, 14 from Stevenage. Lane 7, Tori Hunt, 16 from Stevenage. And lane 8, Sadie Moore, 16 from Hoddesdon. Going well on the backstroke, lane 4, Kwan Yi Chan, who's looking good on the backstroke, and so too is Paige Brewster. Those two, 35 seconds-ish and halfway. And between them, we've got Susanna Reid. And now going well on the far side, Tori Hunt in lane 7 from Stevenage, looking good. And coming through, Amber Smits on the breaststroke in lane 1, looking quite good too, along with Paige Brewster. Into the final length. In the middle of the pool, we've got Kwan Yi Chan from Bishop Stortford, entered at 1:18. She's going to take it. Close behind her, Susanna Reid is just holding off Paige Brewster at the moment. But the winning time there, 1:16.32 for Kwan Yi Chan, taking that. Susanna Reid just hanging on to second place, 1:17.9. Paige Brewster, 1:18.5 in third place. Call again for the boys for the 100 metres fly finals, please. Can they make their way to the marshalling area? Boys to the 100 metres butterfly finals to the marshalling area, please. Heat 13 of the female 100 metres individual medley. Indy Pettit in lane 1 is 14 from Hoddesdon. Lane 2, Isabel Mullings, 16 years old from Cheshunt. Lane 3, Lauren King, another 16-year-old from Royston. Lane 4, Evie Butterworth, 14 years old from Tring. She's the one of 3 14-year-olds in this heat. Lane 5, Liberty Whittaker, 16 from Watford. Lane 6 is Chloe Alton, who's 16 from Potters Bar. Lane 7, Olivia Gibbons, who's 16 from Ware. And the other 14-year-old, Tia Robertson, in lane 8 is from Costa. You can see there are 6 swimmers all turning together in the 35s at the beginning of the 36s. Nothing between any of them after the backstroke. And they're looking very evenly matched on the breaststroke too. fractionally ahead at the moment is Chloe Alton from Potters Bar in 6th. She's just got about half a metre over them, but over Isabel in lane 2. Really close though. And now coming through, Lauren King in 3 and Evie Butterworth. They're battling out for 2nd and 3rd, but it's going to be Chloe Alton who takes this. First to touch at a time of 1:16.35. Lauren King 2nd, 1:17.69. And 3rd, Evie Butterworth, 1:18.09. Heat 14 of the female 100 metres individual medley. Jasmine Scott in lane 1 is 13 from Costa. Lane 2 is Sophia Dixon, who's 14 from Hodgson. Lane 3 is Celia Randall, who's 15 from Watford. Lane 4 is Alexandra Javinska, who's 15 from Potters Bar. Lane 5, Caroline Sedgwick, 15 from Harpenden. Lane 6 is B. Grant, 16 from Royston. 7, Tia Gregory, 16 from Stevenage. And lane 8, Mimi Clinch, 14 from Costa. Notes of disqualification, event 304, heat 12, lane 1. Event 304, heat 12, lane 1, disqualified for a technical infraction. So leading the way after the backstroke in the middle of the pool in lane 5 is Caroline Sedgwick. The breaststroke also Jasmine Scott just outside of my line of sight in lane 1 and also going well. Alexandra in lane 4. Into the freestyle. Caroline Sedgwick from Alexandra Javinska and B. Grant. And also going well, Jasmine Scott sprinting fast. Jasmine having a great finish over in lane 1, but touching first, Alexandra Javinska, 1:14.89. Second was Caroline Sedgwick, just couldn't quite hold out to Alexandra. She gets 1:15.06 in third. Very fast finish from Jasmine Scott, 1:15.79. This is heat 16 of the female 100 metres individual medley. Beg your pardon, it is heat 15. Sophie Lyon is in lane 1. She's 18 from Stevenage. Lane 2, Gabriella Gomez-Pavon is 17 from Potters Bar. Lane 3, Ava Black, who's 17 from Costa. Lane 4, Lucy Peterson, 15 from Stevenage. Lane 5, Camille Vanier, who's 17 from Hatfield. And 3 Cheshunt swimmers in 6, 7 and 8. In 6 is Polly Munson, who's 17. 7, Molly Martup, who's 16. And lane 8, Mia Nelson, who is only 13. And she is right up there, the 13-year-old, after the backstroke. Second place at the halfway point, but of course it all can unwind on the breaststroke. Going well now, Gabriella Gomez-Pavon looking good on the breaststroke in lane 2, and she is really going well. Also going well, Molly Bartup in lane 7, coming through on the breaststroke. And she's had a great breaststroke leg too. 57 seconds for the leaders. Gabriella Gomez-Pavon in lane 2. Gabriella entered at 1:15.91. battle between the Cheshunt swimmers, Molly in 7 and Mia in 8. And also coming through, Lucy. First to touch there, 1:12.60, Gabriella takes it. Second is Mia Nelson, 1:14.59, and Ava Black, great last leg there, touching in third at 1:14.77. Notes of disqualification, event 304, heat 14, lane 2. Event 304, heat 14, lane 2, disqualified for a technical infraction. Heat 16 of the female 100 metres individual medley. Isla Black in lane 1 is 15 from City of St Albans. Emma Fields in lane 2 is 18 from Bishop Stortford. Lane 3, Angelica Lazarskate, who's 16 from Watford. Lane 4, Summer Everson, who's 15 from Watford. Lane 5, Molly Seymour, 15 from Hoddesdon. Lane 6, Ruby May Chibaro, who's 14 from Watford, so she's the youngest in this heat. Lane 7 is Isabel Doughton, who's 18 from Tring, and lane 8 is Nell Costa, who's 16 from Berkhamsted. Turning first, lane 7, 32 seconds. Isla Dalton looking very good after the backstroke and looking pretty good on the breaststroke too. Also now coming through, Summer Everson from Watford in lane 4. And alongside her, her teammate Angelica. And in lane 1, Isla Black having a good breaststroke too. But turning first, still in the lead. In lane 7, Isabel Dalton. But now under pressure from Summer Everson in lane 4. And Summer is catching her. Summer's getting very close as they come in front of me. They are level. And as they come through to touch, look how close that one was. It is Summer Everson just getting there, 1:13.16. Second, Isabel Dawson, 1:13.32. Couldn't quite hang on to it. And third to touch there, Molly Seymour, 1:15.57. Can we have the girls for the backstroke finals, please? The girls for the backstroke, the finalists, can they make their way to marshalling, please? Girls for the backstroke finals, can they please now make their way to marshalling? Heat 17 of the female 100 metres individual medley. Rachel Carpenter in lane 1 is 17 from where? Lane 2, Holly Enright is 17 from Watford. 3, Verity Fugia, who's 14 from Costa. Lane 4, Amy Borum, 18 from Watford. Lane 5, Katie Jeffries, who's a senior swimmer from Hatfield. Lane 6 is Anna Beverstock, who's 15 from Hatfield. Lane 7, Tasmin Whittaker, who's 18 from Watford. Lane 8 is Ileana Sapala, 14 from Hoddesdon. Last 3 heats, of course, are spearheaded, so they are all very similar. Amy Borum, one of the faster entrants, is leading the way. Goes 32 with breaststroke and free to come. Alongside her, Katie Jeffries. Amy Borum looking good on the breaststroke, so too Katie Jeffries. And Anna Beverstock looking good too, and Watford's Holly Enright. But turning first, 53 seconds, Amy Borum. Amy's clear here. Don't forget there'll be a final to come. Katie Jeffries is comfortably in second. At the moment it's Anna Beverstock who is in third, but coming under pressure a bit. But first to touch, Amy Borum, 1:09.15, 1:11.03. Katie Jeffries and Anna Beverstock taking the third place there at 1:12.92. Once again, can we have girls for the backstroke finals, please, to the marshalling area. Girls for the backstroke finals to the marshalling area, please. Heat 18 of the female 100 metres individual medley. Katrina Dalton, 17-year-old from Tring in lane 1. Gigi Rabajczyk-Smith in lane 2 is 14 from Costa. She's the youngest in this heat. Lane 3 is Amy Harper, who's 17 from Watford. Lane 4, Neve James, who is a senior swimmer from Bishop Stortford. Lane 4-5 is Erin Curry, 16 from Hatfield. Lane 6, Lauren Gore, 18 from Bishop Stortford. Lane 7, Martha Duncan, 17 from Verulam. And lane 8 is Miriam Mugdad, who's 18 from Bishop Stortford. Neve turning first at 31 seconds, just ahead of Erin Curry in lane 5 at 32, as is Amy Harper in lane 3. Spearhead, as we'd expect to see in this. Still staying there in the positions they're in. Good breaststroke led by Miriam over on the far side in lane 8. 54 seconds coming into the final length. So Neve's going to take this quite comfortably at 68.82, 111.08 for Erin Curry, and Amy Harper 111.32, taking third place. All looking very comfortable. So the final heat of this session is heat 19 of the female 100 metres individual medley. Isabel Savage in lane 1 is 15 from Potter's Bar. Summer Boswell, 16 from Hatfield in 2. Lane 3 is Sophie Hollis, who's 16 from City of St Albans. Charlotte Williams in lane 4, fastest entrant overall, is 166.02. She's 18 from Hatfield. Lane 5, Kate Hopper is 17 from Berkhamsted. Lane 6 is Olivia Riley, who's 18 from Hatfield. Lane 7, Oksana Wojciech-Jardziuk, who's 18 from Verulam. And then Sophie Stelmach in lane 8 is 15 from Stevenage. 30 seconds, again, not having to push too hard on this one in the lead. Charlotte Williams, good breaststroker, pulling away. Now coming back on Olivia Riley, looking good, and Kate Hopper. They're together on the breaststroke in second and third. Turning at 51.52 seconds, Charlotte Williams. Kate and Olivia very close together. Kate just pulling clear of Olivia a little bit now, but Charlotte really taking it nice and easy, stroking away along, touching first in 68 seconds. And then 110.32 next to touch was Kate Hopper, and then 110.94 Olivia Riley. So that completes the heats for this session. Clear the pool, please, swimmers. If you make your way out of the pool, please. We're going to have now the finals. Going to have a very short gap before we go through to the finals while we get everything lined up. But hopefully we should be ready to go pretty much straight away. And the first of those finals will be the male and open 100 metres butterfly, which will be the 10 and 11 years, and then the 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and over, followed by the female backstroke, and again the same age groups in those. Okay, I think we're nearly ready to get underway with our finals for this session, for session 4. And the first of the session finals will be the men's and open 100 metres butterfly. This is the event 305, the men's and open 10 and 11 years, 100 metres butterfly final. Please welcome your finalists to the blocks. Leading out in lane 1, George Sims of Hertford. In lane 2, Cody Bridgen from Watford. In lane 3, Leo Sims from Hertford. Lane 4, from Tring, Jake Nell. In lane 5, from Harpenden, Charles Hallam. In lane 6, from Verulam, Max Hart. In lane 7, from Berkhamsted, Dewey Fordyce. And in lane 8, from Tring, Charlie Robinson. Ladies and gentlemen, your finalists for the Mount Open 10-11 years, 100 metres butterfly. So away we go, 4 lengths to the pool in butterfly. Fastest time in the heats was done by Jake Nell at 1:23.49, but Charles Hallam was only less than half a second slower, so this could be very close. So the 2 fastest entrants are lane 5 Charles and lane 4 Jake, as expectantly, but going very well. George Sims in lane 1 from Hertford, swimming faster than his entry time. Halfway, 37 and 38. Around about 3/4 of a second between Jake Nell in first place and Charles Hallam in second. Still holding on to third. Great swim by George Sims in lane 1, swimming way faster than his entry time. Coming up now to the final turn, and they're pretty much together into the final length. We've got Jake in 4, Charles in 5, and Charles is trying to get back on terms. Charles is catching Jake. They've got 10 metres to go, and they're level. Jake in 4, Charles in 5, and Charles is just going past. Big sprint at the end, and Charles it is who takes it. Time of 1:21.2. Second, Jake Nell, 1:22. Great swim in third place by George Sim, taking the bronze medal position in 1:29.04. Great swim by him. Charlie Robinson from Tring on the far side made the final, had a great swim over in lane 8, and he comes through, and Charlie comes to complete the final. Well done, swimmers. Can you make your way out of the pool, please? If you can make your way out the side of the pool, please. This is event 306, the Mount Open 12 years and 100 metres butterfly final. Please welcome your finalists as they make their way to the blocks. Led in lane 1 from Hatfield by Hardy Shipton. In lane 2 from Stevenage, James Winter. In lane 3 from Costa, Hugo Kainagi. In lane 4 from Watford, Montgomery Brewster. In lane 5 from Bishop Stortford, Noah Conroy. In 6 from Harpenden, Aaron Rawlinsley. In lane 7 from Watford, Hugo Harley. And in lane 8 from Berkhamsted, Rafe Lawson. Ladies and gentlemen, your finalists for the male and open 12 years butterfly. Quiet for start. So he just had an absolutely fabulous race in the 10 and 11 years, right down to the last couple of strokes. Fastest entrant here, Montgomery Brewster from Watford, 1:17. He was 2 seconds faster than anyone else, or second and a half faster than anyone else in the heats from Noah Conroy. But this is the final, and we don't know who was saving for the final. Going well at the moment also, Rafe Lawson from Berkhamsted over in lane 8, but it's Montgomery in 4, Noah in 5. Montgomery turns 36, Noah 37, 37 also for Rafe Lawson over on the far side. 39 seconds for Aaron Rawlinsley in 4th place at the moment. Great swim compared to his entry time. Hardy Shipton is having a fabulous swim over on lane 1. Can he hang in there? Final turn though, 56 seconds for Montgomery Brewster. He's about 2 seconds clear of Noah Conroy. These two quite a bit clear of the others. Montgomery into the last 10 metres. He should take this. Noah is comfortably in second. Who's going to get third? Can Rafe hang on to this? Montgomery Brewster takes it. 1:16.73. Entered at 1:17. 1:19.33. Noah takes second. So close for third. Couldn't quite hang on there in lane 8. Third place. Great finish there. Goes to Aaron Rawlinsley, bronze medalist in 1:24.64. So again, a very good swim indeed. A bit commanding swim there this time by Montgomery Brewster in lane 4, ahead of Noah Conroy. Can you leave the pool by the far side, please, by the side you came in from? If you can leave the pool by the side you entered the pool area from, please. Event 307 is the men's O'Malley Open's 13 years 100 metres butterfly. Please welcome your finalists. Leading off in lane 3, Rex Tramontano Wells from Hertford. In lane 4 from Watford, Jacob Chen. In lane 5 from Costa, Chu Ki Cheng. And finally in lane 6 from Hatfield, Sam Farey. So we don't have any Sam on the blocks, but hopefully those are your finalists for the O'Malley Open 13 years, 100 metres butterfly. I think we do have Sam. So these are your 3 finalists for the men's 13 years, 100 metres butterfly. So just the 3 swimming for the medals here. And we've got Rex, Jacob and Cheng. And Jacob and Cheng turning together, and Rex only just a little bit behind. It could be very close. Fastest entrant time, qualification time, 1:13 by Jacob. Cheng got 1:14 and then 1:21 by Rex. But if he can keep it going and not get DQ'd, he will get a medal. Halfway, 33 and 34. Jacob just in the lead, but this is really close. We saw what happened in the previous heats. In that first heat in the 10-11 years, it was right to the wire. Final turn, about a second clear for Jacob. And Jacob trying to pull away. Rex coming down to his final turn at 62. into the last 10 metres. And it's going to be Jacob Chen who takes this. The winner and gold medalist, Jacob Chen, time 1:12.72, subject to confirmation. Second is Chu-Ki Cheng, who touched in 1:13.98, and Rex, bronze medalist, 1:22.42. Well done, those swimmers. Can you leave the pool, please, by the side you came in, please, swimmers? Event 308 is the male and open, 14 years, 100 metres butterfly. Please welcome to the blocks your finalists, led on in lane 2 from Hoddesdon by Jesse Howard. In lane 3 from Costa, Chuk-Kin Lau. In lane 4 from Hatfield, Rufus Kelly. Lane 5 from Hitchin, Mikhail Zarinov. In lane 6 from Bishop Stortford, Elliot Hall. And in lane 7 from Harpenden, James Hallam. Ladies and gentlemen, your finalists for the Male Open, 14 years, 100 metres butterfly. So 6 swimmers competing for the 3 medals. Entry times ranging from 1:11 for Rufus. He was about 4 seconds faster than everyone else in the qualifications. But then behind him there are 3 on 1:15 and 1 on 1:16. So you can see how close this is going to be. Rufus turns first at 32.4. But as we can see, it's Elliot just ahead of Choi, and then Mikhail. Into the final length, still in the lead, Rufus Kelly from Hatfield, entered at 1:11. Now coming through very strongly. Over in lane 6, Elliot Hall from Bishop Stortford having a thundering last length. Tremendous swim, it's going to be close for bronze, but touching first, 1:11.53. Rufus Kelly takes the gold. Second to touch, Elliot Hall, 1:12.55. Fabulous last length by him for the silver medal position. And third is Chuk-Kin Lau in lane 3, 1:14.4, provisionally bronze medalist, subject to ratification. Well done, swimmers. Can you leave the pool, please, by the side you came in? Leave the pool by the side you came in. Event 309 is the Male Open 15 years, 100 metres butterfly final. Please welcome your finalists to the blocks. Led on in lane 1 from Hoddesdon by William Ward. In lane 2 from Tring, Joshua Tiak. Lane 3 from Potters Bar, Kabir Patel. Lane 4 from Hoddesdon, Maxwell Hosier. Lane 5 from Bishop Stortford, Dylan Davenport. Lane 6 from Potters Bar, Max Lesnar. Lane 7 from City of St Albans, Ramsey Gill. And in lane 8 from Watford, William Harris. Your finalists for the Male 5th and Open 15 years, 100 metres butterfly. So Maxwell going 63, as did Dylan Davenport. This should be a real battle between those two in lanes 4 and 5. In lane 6, Kabir Patel only went 66, he's not far behind. And then we got a whole raft on 70 seconds, so this could be really close. In the lead at the moment, Dylan Davenport in lane 5. Maxwell Hosier, Max right behind him. Dylan Turney 28.37, Maxwell 29.26. Dylan still pulling away from Maxwell, these two quite a long way clear. But the third place could go anywhere at the moment. At the moment it's Ramsey Gill, William Harris, and also on the near side for me, Kabir. Kabir just in bronze medal position into the final length. It's Dylan Davenport who looks like he's going to take this from Max Hosier. Dylan Davenport touches first, a winning time of 61.30. Max Hosier taking silver, 63. Great bronze medal for Kabir Patel, 67.29, taking third place. So a good swim there to take that. Can you leave the pool by the far side, please, swimmers? Can you leave the pool by the side you entered the pool, please? Leave the pool, please, swimmers. So well done to Dylan, 2 seconds inside his qualification time. Provisionally gold medalist for that final. Event 310 is the Mount Open, 16 years, 100 metres butterfly. Please welcome to the blocks your finalists, led on in lane 1 today from Bishop Stortford by Bo Riley. In lane 2 from Watford, Samuel Trigwell. In lane 3 from Ware, Billy Sill. In lane 4 from City of St Albans, Hugo Robaszczyk-Smith. In lane 5 from Hatfield, Daniel Williams. In lane 6 from Watford, Kaylin Bozianu. And in lane 7 from City of St Albans, Oscar Chaplin. Your finalists for the Male and Open 16 years, 100 metres butterfly. Fastest qualification time, 62 seconds by Hugo in lane 4. But then there are 2 on 63, Billy Sill and Daniel Williams on lanes 3 and 5 respectively. So should be pretty close, but you can also see over in lane 6, Kaylin is 63 as well. He's right up there too. 28 seconds, look at this, really close between Hugo and Billy. Hugo in 4, Billy in 3. These two are very close, going well now over in lane 6, Kaylin. He's having a good swim, just pulling himself ahead of Daniel. Look at this, final turn, absolutely together on 45 seconds. In the lead, Hugo and Billy, these two together, and they are absolutely together. Still only 10 metres to go. Going well also, Kaylin trying to catch them, but there's nothing between them. Last 2 strokes, who's on the right stroke? 61.05, Hugo takes it. Fractionally ahead of Billy Sill at 61.25 and 62.12. Provisional bronze medalist Kaylin Bosnio. Well done, swimmers. If you could leave the pool by the side you came in, please, when you've got your breath back. What a fabulous race. Another really close race. Well done. Event 311 is the Male Open, 17 years and over 100 metres butterfly. Please welcome your finalists to the blocks. Starting in lane 1 from Hatfield, Joshua Ellis. In lane 2 from Ware, Thomas Lydiard. In lane 3 from Watford, Jack Barnard. In lane 4 from Watford, Matthew Aldred. In lane 5 from Bishop Stortford, Jake Lloyd. In lane 6 from Harpenden, Toby Martin. In lane 7 from Hatfield, Lucas Hartley. And in lane 8 from Potters Bar, Charlie Stanbury. Your finalists for the male and open 7 years and over 100 metres butterfly. So again, looking at the entry times, there are 2 that were under 60 seconds. Matthew Aldred in lane 4, Jake Lloyd in 5. Matthew went 58.38, Jake Lloyd went 59, so they should be very close. But we've got 2 that were within 60 seconds, Jack Barnard and Toby Martin. Hopefully they'll go under today. 26.4, 27.4, but storming away now. Matthew Aldred, who tactical swim in the heats. Very close to the silver medal position, but 42 seconds for Matthew Aldred in the lead. Silver medal could go anywhere. We've got Thomas Lydiard in 2, Jack Barnard in 3, Jake Lloyd in 5. No doubt who's going to take this. Matthew Aldred takes it, time 56.39. Second there, 59.42 was Jake Lloyd, and then 2 on 60 seconds again. Bronze medalist there provisionally in 3rd place. Jack Barnard with 60.04. Well done, swimmers, great race. Can you leave the pool, please, by the side you came in? You can make your way out of the pool by the far side from me, please. So that ends the male final open finals. We're now moving on to the female finals. Event 312, the female 10-11 years 100 metres backstroke. Please welcome your finalists. Swimming in lane 1 from Verulam, Martha Mellors. In lane 2 from Berkhamsted, Emily Besant. In lane 3 from Rickmansworth, Lara Shears. In lane 4 from Verulam, Olivia Daniel. In lane 5 from Rickmansworth, Lauren Sander. In lane 6 from Verulam, Amelie Decimils. And lane 7 from Watford, Layla Harley. And in lane 8 from Ware, Mariella Thorne. Ladies and gentlemen, your finalists for the female 10 and 11 years 100 metres backstroke. So remember, this age group is 10 and 11 years, and sneaking in amongst the 11-year-olds, we've got one 10-year-old, Layla in lane 7, a 10-year-old, so she will be able to swim this again next year, but she's made the final as a 10-year-old, which is a great result for her, whatever happens in this final. Fastest entrant, 1:27, was Olivia Daniel in the qualifications, 1:29 for Lauren Sandler, and then a couple on 1:31. Should be very, very close for the other medals. Coming up to the halfway turn, in the lead, Olivia Daniel, who is the fastest entrant on qualification. 42 seconds. Look how close it is behind though, really, really close. We've got Amelie and Lauren in 6 and 5, very close together, and then a whole row across the pool. At the moment, it's still Olivia Daniel from Verulam, qualified at 1:27. turns at 66 seconds, coming into the final length. Increases her stroke as she comes off the wall into this last length. And now the big sprint finish coming in lane 6, Amelie Desimil trying to get ahead of Lauren in lane 5. These three a little bit clear from these. Look where the medals are going to go as they come through. It's Olivia Daniel touching first, 127.21. Second to touch, 128.82 is Amelie Desimils, and third to touch, 129.52 Lauren Sander. What a great swim that is. So well done, swimmers. Can you leave the pool by the side you came in, please? You can lead by the other side, please, the far side of the pool. Can you leave by the blue door side, please? Event 313 is the female 12 years 100 metre backstroke. Please welcome your finalists to the blocks, led on in lane 1 from Costa by Eloise Geffen. In lane 2 from Potters Bar, Angela Pavana. In lane 3 from Royston, Lily Chappell. In lane 4 from City of St Albans, Charlotte Stewart. In lane 5 from Watford, Esme Hui. In lane 6 from Stevenage, Sophie Peterson. In lane 7 from Bishop Stortford, Elspeth Lowe. And in lane 8 from City of St Albans, Amber Smith. Ladies and gentlemen, your finalists for the female 12 years 100 metres backstroke. So again, looking at the qualification times, there is a standout here. Charlotte Stewart in lane 4. Qualified a time of 1:16. That's about 5 seconds clear of the next fastest qualifying time. 1:21, Esme Hui. And then Lily Chappell at 1:22. So all to swim for, though. It's going to be close for the bronze medal, I think. But turning first, 36.58, Charlotte Stewart. Second, 38 and 39. So silver medal at the turn was Esme, and then Angela Pavana, and then fourth place at that point was Lily Chappell. It's very, very, very close for the bronze medal. In the lead, Charlotte Stewart is away. In second place at the moment is Esme Hui. She looks like she's away as well, but it's very close at the moment, being led by Lily Chappell for the bronze medal, under a lot of pressure from Angela Pavana alongside her. But first to touch, 1:15.13. Charlotte Stewart takes the gold medal. Second to touch there, and silver medalist Esme Hui in 1:19.69. And third there, Lily Chappell in 1:21.3 takes the bronze medal. Well done, swimmers. Can you leave the pool by the side you came in, please? So we've seen some very good swims already in these finals. And we move on to event 314, the female 13 years or 100 metres backstroke final. Please welcome your finalists. Led on in lane 1 from City of St Albans, Gia Soni. In lane 2 from Watford, Alison Liu. Swimming in lane 3 from Royston, Megan Randall. In lane 4 from Cheshunt, Mia Nelson. In lane 5 from City of St Albans, Anna Zadeskaya. In lane 6 from Hemel Hempstead, Heidi King. Lane 7 from Bishop Stortford, Lois Fields. And in lane 8, from Royston, Maya Shia. Ladies and gentlemen, your finalist for the 13 years, 100 metres backstroke. Mia Nelson in lane 4 qualified the time of 1:12, which was 3 seconds ahead of Anna, who qualified in second place in lane 5. But anything can happen in the final. Coming up to the halfway turn. It's Mia, clear of Anna, but also going very well is Alison Liu in third place. 34 seconds at the turn, halfway for the leader. Alison Liu there in third place at the turn at 36 also over in lane 6 for Heidi King. She's right up there too, and they're pushing for the silver and bronze medals are definitely up for grabs here. With 1 length to go, 3 swimmers are all in there for this, 4 swimmers in fact. But as they come into the final half a length, Mia Nelson looks like she's going to take this. Anna in lane 5 is under pressure from Alison in lane 2. Mia takes it, 1:11.44. Who's going to get silver? Second to touch there, Anna Zadeskar in lane 5, getting the time of 1:14. Winning time there, 1:11.44. And bronze medal goes to Alison Liu, time of 1:15.32. Well done, swimmers. Can you make your way out of the pool, please? Make your way out of the pool to the far side. Can you go out the side you came in, please? Can you go out the other side, please? Apologies. Event 315 is the female 14 years, 100 metres backstroke. Your finalists, led on in swimming in lane 1 today, from Potters Bar by Valentina Tintorello. Valentina Tintorello in lane 1. Lane 2 is Lane 2, Costa Daisy Jubb. In lane 3, from Tring, Evie Butterworth. Lane 4 from Hatfield, Cassandra Pereira. Lane 5 from City St Albans, Verity Fusion. In lane 6 from Costa, Gigi Rabetsek Smith. In lane 7 from Bishop Stortford, Molly Greatbatch. And in lane 8 from Watford, Amelia Kingham. Ladies and gentlemen, your finalists for the female 14 years 100 metres backstroke. Qualification times led by lane 4, Cassandra Pereira, 1:11.37, but much closer than some of the other events so far. Evie Butterworth was at 1:12, as was Verity Fuge. And then we got a couple of 1:13s, Daisy Jubb and Gigi, so could be very close. If you look at it across the pool at the moment, this is extremely close. 34 seconds. Not much of a lead at the moment for Cassandra. Second at the turn there was Evie Butterworth, and then Verity Fuge, and then Gigi. Coming up to a final turn, Cassandra Pereira turns at 52. And it's close behind her. Evie Butterworth in lane 3. Verity Fuge in lane 5. These three just a little bit clearer. Gigi as they come through the touch. It's Cassandra who takes it, 69.95. Second to touch, Vivi Butterworth, 111.56. And third, Verdifuge, 111.93, taking bronze medal. Well done, swimmers. Great swims. Can you leave the pool by the far side, by the blue door side, please? If you could leave the pool by the far side, please. Event 316 is the female 15 years 100 metres backstroke. Please welcome your finalists. Led on, swimming in lane 1 from Watford, Celia Randall. In lane 2 from Hatfield, Anna Beverstock. In lane 3 from Potters Bar, Isabella Savage. In lane 4 from Watford, Summer Everson. In lane 5 from Stevenage, Sophie Stelmach. In lane 6 from Stevenage, Lucy Peterson. In lane 7 from City of St Albans, Isla Black. And in lane 8 from Potters Bar, Alexandra Shavinska. Your finalists for the 15 years 100 metres backstroke. Once again, we got one standout qualification time of 1:10 for Summer Everson. So if she can go under 1:10, that would be fabulous. But again, there's a big battle behind her. We got a lot of other swimmers who are very, very close for times. But at the moment, look at this. Isabella Savage from Potters Bar it is, who is leading Summer Everson at halfway. Isabella Savage having a great swim also. Anna Beverstock up there too, as is Sophie Stelmach. All of them turning about 34 seconds. There's really nothing in this. Still Isabella Savage just holding on from Summer Everson, who is now starting to come back in lane 4. They turn absolutely together at 53 seconds. Good turn off the wall by Summer. Isabella's still up there though, in second place, and Isabella is trying to come back. Isabella is getting closer. It's going to be really close. Great finish also by Anna, but as they come through and touch, 1:10.16. Summer Everson, great win, takes the gold medal. Fabulous swim by Isabella Savage to get silver at 1:10.5. Couldn't quite get there, and a great final length by Anna Beverstock, taking bronze medal in 1:10.96. Well done, swimmers. If you could leave the pool by the blue door side, please. Event 317 is the female 16 years 100 metres backstroke. Please welcome your finalists to the blocks. Led on in lane 1 from the City of St Albans by Rosie Wen. In second in lane 2 from Stevenage, Tia Gregory. In lane 3 from Bishop Stortford, Freya Hadnut. In lane 4 from Hatfield, Erin Curry. In lane 5 from City of St Albans, Sophie Hollis. In lane 6 from Hatfield, Summer Boswell. In lane 7 from Tring, Erin Cave. In lane 8 from Hatfield, Jasmine Pereira. Your finalists for the female 16 years, 100 metres backstroke. Stand down, swimmers. So 66 fastest qualification time by Erin Curry. That's 4 seconds faster than anyone else, but we got 3 or 4 swimmers who are all there in for the other medals. Erin Curry looks like she could pull away well here, but she's been chased by Sophie Hollis and also by Freya Hadnut. Sophie and Freya 33s, 32 for Erin Curry, 34 seconds for Tia Gregory, 35 at halfway for Summer Boswell, and all of the others. They're returning 49 seconds, under 50 seconds on that turn. Close for the silver and bronze. Silver at the moment though, going with Sophie Hollis from St Albans. Bronze at the moment going with Freya Hadnut. Erin Curry entered at 66. Goes 66.35 to take the provisional gold medal. Sophie Hollis touching in second is the silver medal at 68.59. And third, Freya Hadnut, a time of 70.34. Well done, swimmers. Can you leave the pool by the blue door side, please? By the blue door side, please. Well done. Event 318 is the female 17 years and over 100 metres backstroke final. Please welcome your finalists. Led on in lane 1 from Tring by Isabella Dalton. In lane 2 from Verulam, Oksana Wojciech-Jardziok. In lane 3 from Watford, Amy Harper. In lane 4 from Hatfield, Charlotte Williams. In lane 5, also from Hatfield, Camille Vanier. In lane 6, also from Hatfield, Sophie Green. In lane 7, also from Hatfield, Phoebe Matthews. And in lane 8, from Tring, Talia Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, your finalists for the female 17 years and over, 100 metres backstroke. .65 seconds in qualification for Charlotte Williams, 67 for Camille, and then 68 for Amy Harper from Watford, and then 3 on 69s. But you never know with these finals. We've seen the form being thrown out, so let's see where we go here. Charlotte looking pretty comfortable in the lead at halfway, 31 seconds. Look how close behind, 33s for both Amy in 3 and Camille in 5, and lane 6 at 34 seconds, Sophie Green. Lots of 34s. Final turn, 48 seconds for Charlotte Williams. Charlotte stroking away very well. Camille Vanier and Amy Harper fighting it out for bronze and silver. It's going to be close. Coming in, it's Charlotte Williams takes it, 65.15. Who's going to get silver? Look how close that was. It goes to Camille Vanier at time 67.27, and really a couple of tenths behind. Amy Harper takes bronze in the time of 67.55. Well done, swimmers. Excellent swims. Can you please make your way out of the side of the pool on the blue door side, please? We now have a change of pace. Event 319 is the male and open 200 metres, 8-length backstroke final. Please welcome your finalists, led on in lane 1 from Watford by Rafferty May. In lane 2 from Bishop Stortford, Jacob Hayes. In lane 3 from Costa, Zach Fellows. In lane 4 from Hatfield, Oliver Baskerville. In lane 5 from City of St Albans, Alexander Clevermore. In lane 6 from Watford, Matthew Aldred. In lane 7 from Hatfield, Samuel Jeffrey. And finally in lane 8 from Harpenden, Parker Brewster. Your finalists for the male and open 200 metres backstroke. So underway in this 200 metre backstroke final. .29 seconds, first to turn. Over in lane 6 is Matthew Aldred from Watford into 2:13. There would have been a lot of tactical swimming going on in the heats. There's really the qualification times aren't hugely relevant in coming into this. Matthew Aldred, lane 6, leading the way at the moment. And looking very, very strong as we would expect. Moment in second place, silver medal is Jacob Hayes, but also going well is Oliver Baskerville. So at halfway, Jacob is at 63, Oliver 64, 60 seconds for Matthew Aldred, that's really good. 65 for Alexander Clevermore, 65 also for Zach Fellows. So a very powerful swim in the lead. Matthew Aldred from Watford. 50 to go, 133.38. In silver medal position now, Oliver Baskerville. And in bronze at the moment, it is still Jacob Hayes, but being chased down now by Alexander Clevermore. Alexander getting closer to him for bronze medal. And also going well is Samuel Jeffrey over in lane 7. But coming into the last 5 metres, Matthew Aldred touches first, a time of 2:06.14. Second a touch and silver medalist there, Oliver Baskerville, 2:08.08. And third and bronze medalist subject to confirmation, Jacob Hayes in lane 3, 2:12.58. Well done, swimmers. Can you clear the pool to the side, please? Can you clear the pool to the side, please? Over on the blue door side. So just to let everyone know, warm up for next session will start at 13:35. 13:35 warm up. Swimming start at 14:25. 14:25. 13:35 will be warm up. 14:25 swimming will start in the next session. Change of pace, we're now going to event 3:20, the final of the female 10-11 years 100 metres individual medley. Please welcome your finalists, led on in lane 1 from Verulam by Martha Mellors. In lane 2, also from Verulam, Amelie Desinos. In lane 3, also from Verulam, Tilly Howells. And in lane 4, yes, also from Verulam, Olivia Daniel. In lane 5, from Ware, Ashley Worth. In lane 6, from Hatfield, Georgie Wasabi. In lane 7, from Potter's Bar, Hayley Frucosta. And in lane 8 from where, Mariella Thorne. Ladies and gentlemen, your finalists for the female 10-11 years, 100 metres individual medley. So half of this being a Verulam competition, all together on the stand side. This is 10 and 11 years, just to remind you, and there is a 10-year-old in this final amongst all of the 11-year-olds. In lane 5, Ashley Worth from Ware is only 10 against all of the 11-year-olds. There might only be a day difference, but she is in 10-year-olds, so she can swim again. Now she is leading the way. After the backstroke now, could unwind on the breaststroke. Ashley Worth from Ware turns in the lead into the breaststroke. 39 seconds, having a fantastic swim. Now on the breaststroke, it could unwind a little bit. Olivia Daniel is strong on the breaststroke. Ashley's still hanging in there at the moment, going very, very well. Bronze medal could go absolutely anywhere at the moment. Good swims at the moment by Tilly and Amelie. And also over in lane 6 by Georgie. We know. But into the freestyle, 68, with around about a second or so lead. It's Olivia Daniel. Olivia being chased hard by Ashley Worth. Ashley is getting very close. Ashley's the 10-year-old, Olivia 11-year-old. Really close as they come through to touch. And the win goes to Olivia Daniel, winning time of 127.79, gold medalist. Silver medal to Ashley Worth, 10-year-old from Ware, 128.24. And bronze medal goes to Tilly Howes, just getting there, 130.05. Well done, swimmers. If you can make your way out of the pool by the blue door side, please. Event 321 is the female 12 years, 100 metres individual medley final. Please welcome your finalists. Led to the blocks in lane 1 by Potters Bar's Savannah Smith. In lane 2 from Stevenage, Sophie Peterson. In lane 3 from Watford, Esme Hui. In lane 4 from Hatfield, Neve Ives. Lane 5 from Costa, Charlotte Stewart. And lane 6 also from Costa, Charlotte Douglas. Lane 7 from Hoddesdon, Isabel Bradley Smith. And swimming in lane 8 from Potters Bar, Angela Pavana. Your finalists for the 12 years, 100 metres individual medley. Past century 118. The qualification time, Neve Ives in lane 4, but really close behind. Got 120, 121, 123s, 124s. It could be very close. We'll see how it unwinds in the final. At the moment, on the backstroke, Neve in 4, Charlotte Stewart in 5, and Esme Hui in 3. But we do know that backstrokers are not necessarily good on breaststroke and vice versa. So this could change. 35.6. Charlotte Stewart in the lead. And she is a good breaststroker. So Charlotte Stewart ahead of Charlotte Douglas. And now coming through, Neve Ives from Hatfield, who is an excellent breaststroker. And Neve goes right the way through them on the breaststroke. And Neve turning now at 59 seconds. Ahead of the two Charlottes turning absolutely together. And Esme Hui only right up there with them as well in lane 3. So silver and bronze could go anywhere here. But at the moment in the lead, it is Neve who's going to take this at a time of 1:17.36 to take the gold. Very close behind. Charlotte Stewart taking silver at 1:19.23, and Esme Hui 1:19.69 taking the bronze provisionally. Well done, swimmers. Can you make your way out of the side of the pool you came in from, please? Out of the blue door side, please. Can you go to the blue door side, please? Event 322 is the female 13 years 100 metres individual medley final. Please welcome your finalists. In lane 1 tonight, from Harpenden, Talia Froome. In lane 2, from Hitchin, Neve Holland. In 3, from Watford, Alison Liu. Swimming in lane 4 from Cheshunt, Demia Nelson. Alongside her in lane 5 from City of St Albans, Jasmine Scott. In 6 from Hemel Hempstead, Heidi King. And in lane 7 from Royston, Megan Randall. And in lane 8 from City of St Albans, Gia Sonny. Your finalists for the women's female 13 years 100 metres individual medley. Well, in the qualifications, there was only about a second between Mia Nelson in lane 4 at 1:14.5 and Jasmine Scott in lane 5 at 1:15.7. So they're the two who stand out from them. Then we have literally everyone else who's in this. We got 120s to 122s. But there are lots of swimmers could medal in this. And again, we've seen the backstroke and breaststroke change around before. At the moment, though, it's Mia Nelson ahead of Jasmine Scott. Mia turning at 33, Jasmine 34.5, 35.5, and 36 for Alison in 3 and Heidi in 4, and 36 is for lane 2, Neve Holland and Megan in lane 7. But look at this, it is still close at the front. Mia Nelson being chased by Jasmine Scott. Mia's going to turn with about half a second clear at about 57-ish. And they're both sprinting to the end. It's Mia in 4. Jasmine in 5. Jasmine trying to catch her. Mia looks like she's going to hang on. Jasmine is catching her slowly. Mia hangs on to it. 1:13.71 takes the gold medal. Jasmine 1:13.92 the silver. Bronze, great swim by Alison Liu. Sorry, I beg your pardon, by Neve Holland. Neve Holland in lane 2. Great swim for the bronze medal in a time of 1:19.68. So please clear the pool to the side, please. Make your way out of the side where the blue door is, please, swimmers. Event 323 is female 14 years, 100 metres individual medley final. Your finalists led on in lane 1 from Potters Bar by Tisha Abadale Lawal. Lane 2 is from Watford, Ruby May Jabaro. Lane 3 from Hoddesdon, Liliana Sapala. Lane 4 from City of St Albans, Gigi Rabadchik-Smith. In lane 5 from St Albans as well, Verity Fusion. In lane 6 from Potters Bar, Valentina Tinderello. Lane 7 from St Albans, Mimi Clinch. In lane 8 from Tring, Evie Butterworth. Your finalists for the 14 years, 100 metres individual medley. So at the end of the fly, there are about 3 or 4 swimmers all in a row across the pool. Now on the backstroke, it's starting to pull out a little bit with Gigi in 4 and Verity in 5 and Liliana in 3. Not far behind them is Tisha. 33 seconds at the turn, 33 and a half, 34s. Onto the breaststroke. Gigi still holding on to this from Verity. These two pulling away now a little bit from Liliana. Good breaststroke over in lane 6 as well, pulling Valentina back up there as well. She's not far away from the medals. But at the moment, in the lead, Gigi from Verity. These two are going to take gold and silver. And first to touch, Gigi Rabacic-Smith, a time of 1:11.69 to take the gold medal. Silver medal in a time of 1:12.59, Verity Fugia, and bronze medal and a time of 1:14.58 is Liliana Sapala. Can you clear the pool, please? Can you clear the pool to the side, please? Apologies, to the blue door side. Event 324, girls, female 15 years, 100 metres individual medley. Please welcome your finalists. Led on in lane 1 from Hoddesdon by Molly Seymour. In lane 2 from Stevenage, Sophie Stelmach. In lane 3 from Potters-Bar, Alexandra Shavinska. In lane 4 from Hatfield, Hannah Beverstock. In lane 5 from Watford, Summer Everson. In lane 6 from Harpenden, Caroline Sedgwick. In lane 7 from Stevenage, Lucy Peterson. And in lane 8 from City of St Albans, Isla Black. Your finalists for the female 15 years, 100 metres individual medley. This one's really close. There's no real standout here. We've got the fastest qualifier, Anna Beverstock at 1:12.9, but 1:13.1, Summer Everson, and there's a couple on 1:14s and 1:15s. So this could be very close. At the moment, on the backstroke, Anna Beverstock ahead of Caroline Sedgwick with Summer between them, but also going well is Sophie Stelmach. All around about 33, 34 seconds. And now we get on to the breaststroke. Honor's good on this. Honor pulling away on the breaststroke. And now coming through on the breaststroke strongly is Sophie Stelmach in lane 2. And also over in lane 5 is Summer Everson. Summer is right there now with Honor Beverstock. These two just ahead of Caroline Sedgwick in 6. And Sophie Stelmach in 2, and a good sprint finish by Molly Seymour in 1 as well. She's coming through very strongly, going to be close, but as they touch, winning time 1:12.35 and gold medal to Honor Beverstock in lane 4. Second to touch there, the time of 1:13.04, Summer Everson, and third to touch, Sophie Stelmach in a time of 1:13.59 to take the bronze medal. Can you clear the pool to the side you came in, please? Clear the pool to the blue door side, please. Event 325 is the female 16 years, 100 metres individual medley. Your finalists, led on in lane 1 from Stevenage by Holly Cuthbert. In lane 2 from Berkhamsted, Nell Costa. In 3 from Hatfield, Summer Boswell. In 4, also from Hatfield, Erin Curry. In lane 5, from City of St Albans, Sophie Hollis. In lane 6, from Watford, Angelica Lazarsgate. In lane 7, from Potters Bar, Chloe Alton. And in lane 8, from Royston, B. Grant. Your finalists for the female 16 years, 100 metres individual medley. Erin Curry swam 1:11 in the qualifications, which is a couple of seconds clear of Sophie Hollis, who's in lane 5, and Summer Boswell is about a second behind her in lane 3. But again, we've seen things change. But that's the form going into this final. Erin Curry turning at 31.89, 32.5, so only half a second back at the moment. Sophie Hollis 33 for Nell Costa, again up there. But we've seen on the breaststroke, Erin Curry and Sophie Hollis are both very good on the breaststroke. Evenly matched coming into the final turn. They turn within half a second at about 54, 55 seconds. These two clear. It's going to be close into the last half a length. It's Erin Curry in lane 4. Lane 5, Sophie Hollis in the blue cap. Erin Curry looks like she's going to hang on to this, and Erin takes it in a time of 1:10.23. Close behind for the bronze. Sophie Hollis taking silver, 1:10.86. And third bronze medal goes to Angelica Lazarsgate in a time of 1:14.62. And that is a confirmed result. Can you leave the pool, please, by the blue door side? Can you leave the pool by the blue door side, please, swimmers? Thank you very much. Which brings us to our final of this session, event 326, the female 17 years and over, 100 metres individual medley. Please welcome your finalists to the blocks, led in lane 1 from Watford by Amy Harper. In lane 2 from Hatfield, Olivia Riley. In lane 3 from Watford, Amy Borum.
Let's go, Amy!
In lane 4 from Hatfield, Charlotte Williams. In lane 5 from Bishop Stortford, Neve James. In lane 6 from Berkhamsted, Katie Hopper. Sorry, that's Kate Hopper. Katie Jeffrey is in lane 7 from Hatfield. And finally in lane 8, Potters Bar's Gabriela Gomez Pavon. Your finalists for the female 17 years and over, 100 metres individual medley. Away we go with the final of this session. We've got two swimmers, both swam 68s in the qualifiers. Lane 4, Charlotte Williams, 65, in lane 5, Neve James. And there's one on 69 and two on 70, so this could be close. You can see clear on the backstroke, but it could change on the breaststroke. Coming up to the turn. Charlotte Williams does 30.94. Behind Amy Borum at 31.6, 31.89 for Neve, and 32 for Katie Jeffrey at the halfway point. But pulling away brilliantly now. Tactical swim in the heats a little bit, 50 seconds. Charlotte Williams didn't look under any pressure in the heats, and clearly pulling away now. Silver medal position at the moment, but Amy Boreham in lane 3, but under pressure from Neve. Charlotte touches first, 66.53. Gold medal goes to Charlotte Williams. Silver medal, second place, Amy Boreham in a time of 68.05. And bronze medal in a time of 68.55 goes to Neve James. Well done, swimmers. If you could leave the pool, please. Well done, swimmers. That completes this session. Do remember to go and get your medals if you've got any of those. Do remember the warm-up will be starting for the next session at 1:35. 1:35. It's now just coming up to 10 past. So you've got 25 minutes before the next warm-up. Swimming will start at 2:14:25. Warm-up 1:35. Swimming at 2:25. So 50 minutes of warm-up. And we're going to be fairly strict with this to try to get this complete on time today. Do enjoy your break. Enjoy the fresh air if you can go and get some. And we will give you some music. Do remember to go and collect your medals. If you've got won medals, please check the results. If you've got medals, please go and get them from the medal table. And remember, if there's any from yesterday, go and get your medals from yesterday. In the meantime, we'll leave you with some music until the next warm-up.